Affordable Mother's Day brunch. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat free. The Wednesday and Friday haddock fish fry is all you can eat and under $9. The Mine Shaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford. Google and reserve today.
M.W. Marine.
Fishing season kicks off this weekend. Are you ready to hit the water? Stop into M.W. Marine and check out the brand new 2026 Lund, Ranger, and Vexus boats, all powered by Mercury Outboards. Start your boat shopping now and lock in a great deal so you're ready when summer hits. M.W. Marine takes trades, offers full boat service, plus outdoor storage to keep your rig in top shape. Call now to schedule a private appointment or stop in today. M.W. Marine.
The Milwaukee Auto Show is back, reimagined and ready to roll into its new location. Discover the newest cars, trucks, SUVs, and hybrids from more than 25 brands. Plus, test drive several new models right at the show. Don't miss the luxury vehicles, classics, and more. Bring the family. Invite your friends. There's something for everyone at the Milwaukee Auto Show. The 14th through the 17th at the Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center with discounted parking. Get tickets at autoshowmilwaukee.com.
Wisconsin's Morning News is here for you every weekday morning starting at 6 a.m. Vince Petrano.
In an overnight session, the U.S. Senate passed a $70 billion spending resolution to fund the Department of Homeland Security.
Eric Billstad.
An online extremist network known as 764 is gaining concerning momentum here locally.
And traffic with Debbie Lozica.
Got some delays southbound on 41, starting from Silver Spring all the way down to Capitol.
The news you need to know. Wisconsin's Morning News on WTMJ.
Transform your home today. Exterior Pros. Trust the pros.
Your trusted and relevant source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Six o'clock. I'm Eric Billstead. This is Wisconsin's Morning News for Thursday, April 30th. Our top story, a turning point in the Ridgeland Farms case.
I'm Telly Hughes, and for Vince Vetrano, a major Supreme Court decision on voting rights.
I'm Debbie Lozica. It's a light ride this morning. We do have a little bit of a backup, 41 northbound between North Avenue and Burleigh, but other than that, everything else is rolling along just fine. That's your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
There is a chance for a hit-and-miss shower today. Otherwise, partly sunny, a high of 47. Tonight, any chance for a shower will end. We will have patchy frost. Cloudy, a low of 37 tonight. Right now, in Milwaukee, 37 degrees at 6 o'clock. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, big development in the Ridgeland Farms case out of Dane County. This is the case with the breeding and research facility based in Blue Mounds. That facility tells WTMJ it has reached an agreement to sell a substantial majority of its dogs to groups that offered to buy them.
Ridgeland Farms confirmed the sale of the beagles as a man who organized efforts to break into the facility was wrapping up his preliminary hearing. Wayne Shung upon hearing the news.
For 20 years, I and my friends have been arrested, jailed, and now assaulted merely for trying to give aid to these animals. And hope has been hard to find. And if these animals get out, for one, just as a pure economic matter, this is the end of the industry.
Shung also revealed he plans to represent himself in court. Ridgeland Farms still denies any abuse. Jessica Ty, WTMJ News.
We will have more details we expect to learn from this. A news conference expected at 11 a.m.
A toddler has died after finding a gun inside a Milwaukee home. Police responded around 11 a.m. on Wednesday near 34th and Walnut on the city's west side. A 2-year-old got a hold of a gun that fired, hitting the child. The child later died at the hospital. Police arrested a 42-year-old man, and charges are pending.
The White House is hailing the Supreme Court decision on the Voting Rights Act as a, quote, complete and total victory. ABC's Lana Moise.
Louisiana's governor reportedly plans to delay the state's primary election set to take place next month so he can redraw the state's congressional map.
This whole race baiting race issue on the redistricting has been put to bed finally once and for all.
The Supreme Court's conservative majority ruled that a recent Louisiana congressional map had illegally used race when drawing up a new majority black district. The justice is writing that maps can only be challenged if they limit the power of minority voters intentionally.
One of the aircraft carriers in the Middle East will soon head home.
The USS Gerald R. Ford and its 4,500 sailors have been deployed for 10 months, a record for a modern U.S. aircraft carrier. It needs repairs after a laundry room fire. During a House hearing yesterday, California Democrat and Navy veteran Gil Cisneros warned the Ford's needs could hurt the readiness of other warships.
It's going to have ramifications down the road extending for this much.
The Ford is expected to return to Norfolk, Virginia in mid-May, reducing the U.S.'s firepower in the Middle East. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Meanwhile, gas prices spiking across the state.
The statewide average sits at about $3.96. Prices have now risen for 7 days straight. Experts say refinery outages in the Midwest, along with global tensions, are pushing prices higher. Gas Buddy analyst Patrick DeHaan warns prices in Wisconsin and across the Midwest could spike another 50 to 80 cents per gallon in the coming days. Some Milwaukee area stations are already hitting $4 a gallon. Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
Governor Tony Evers is asking for federal help after recent storms and flooding across Wisconsin. The governor is requesting FEMA to assist with a formal damage assessment, a key step toward qualifying for federal disaster aid. Initial reviews show the damage may be beyond what the state can handle on its own. Governor Evers declared a state of emergency earlier this month following widespread tornadoes, heavy rainfall, and flooding.
Man in Milwaukee arrested for allegedly hitting somebody with his car on purpose. Police say the 30-year-old suspect intentionally hit a person near 35th and Villard early Wednesday. The victim taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Criminal charges are pending.
Coming up, it's not just gas prices on the rise.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:04.
Wisconsin weather doesn't ease into spring. It keeps you guessing. That's why your windows and doors need to handle everything. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we build for year-round comfort. Now get 0% interest until 2030. That's years of no interest, so you can upgrade now and pay over time. Plus, enjoy a free in-home consultation, expert installation, and a 10-year limited warranty. But order by April 30th. Schedule today at PellaWI.com.
A buck doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee and Waukesha. Griffin. The buck stops here, but the deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 7.25 to 15.75 ounce selected varieties Frito-Lay's Tostitos or Ruffles chips or Tostitos dip, 2 for $6. Gallon selected varieties Prairie Farms white or chocolate milk, $3.99. 1 pound package fresh strawberries, $2.99. Boneless pork loin roast, $2.29 per pound.
It's a long fly ball.
Every time I scan, what is happening?
A leaping grab at the wall.
Okay, fine, I'll play. Get a load of this watermelon. And here's the pitch.
Please wait for assistance.
Win Century Foods Ultimate Fan Experiences at Milwaukee baseball games. Throw out the first pitch, hold the ribbon for the Johnsonville Famous Sausage Race, or watch batting practice from the field.
Ooh, what do I do?
Complete the entry form in Century's weekly ad and return to the store.
Oh, no, what happened here?
Oh, self-checkout couldn't handle my heater. Here, I filled out my entry form. Gotta go. Have a great day.
I'll go get the mop.
Enter by August 5th.
Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
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 Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 6:06.
The offense remains spotty, but the Brewers can still win the series this afternoon. More at 6:15.
Milwaukee's infrastructure leaders face serious challenges after multiple serious flooding events in the past year.
Facing frustration from people amid record-setting rainfall this month, Sewerage District Executive Director Kevin Schaefer acknowledges flood prevention mechanisms have been pushed to their limit.
15 inches of rain, 7 inches of rain. There's no system in the country that can handle that much rainfall.
On top of record rain, leaves and litter clogging drains is exacerbating problems. Starting this fall, leaf pickup will now shift to a bagging system along with an updated street sweeping schedule. At City Hall, Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
The MPS School Board re-electing Missy Zambor as its board president.
Zambor will serve her second term as president after a unanimous vote. She's been on the board since 2023, and her re-election as president comes after a group failed to get enough signatures to trigger a recall election against her and 3 other board members 2 years ago. For vice president, the board elected James Ferguson after Marva Herndon decided not to run again for the position. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
It's not just gas. The price for beauty is on the rise.
Getting glam isn't cheap. Just ask Olympic gymnast champ Simone Biles about a recent red carpet event.
With the stylist fee, hair and makeup team, my grand total, $22,000. Actually, 23.
She shares her pain in a TikTok.
I get inflation. I get prices these days have gone up. But if that's the new norm, y'all can have it. Y'all will never see me at another event.
Fellow Olympian Michaela Schifrin left a message in the comments. Girl, I've been wondering the same. Biles responded, texting you ASAP. We can cry together. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
So as that story was running, Telly's in here predicting the cost, and you said it correctly. And I was like, wow, I'm impressed with your knowledge. And you're like, oh, no, I just heard that.
I just heard it earlier.
But still, that's a lot of money.
I could have played it off and be like, man, I'm on top of everything.
I was going to say, I would have been impressed. 6:09.
A new deck from Outdoor Living Unlimited is built to last. We are Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck installation team. For amazing ideas, go to Outdoor Living Unlimited's Instagram page. For a free estimate, go to OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
You know, leather has a lot of natural characteristic in it.
Ben and Arvid from Penny Mustard Furnishings.
The leather suppliers disclaim this leather is going to have bug bites, it's going to have maybe barbed wire marks, what have you.
Branding, there's brands and a lot of the leather that comes from certainly out west.
Right, where they're still branding cattle.
Where they're still branding cattle will have branding marks in it. I love that in leather. When I see a leather sofa that has natural markings in it, I absolutely love that.
PennyMustard.com.
That leather lives on for a long, long time in a piece of furniture.
Right.
Take your mother to the magnificent Mother's Day brunch at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club near Holy Hill. The spring drive through Kettle Moraine Forest is spectacular. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat free. Google, call, and reserve your family table today.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Veterans benefits denied? Call Tayback for the payback. Brave Americans who served shouldn't be denied benefits or have a disability claim incorrectly evaluated by the VA. If you're one of those vets, call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
6:10, Debbie, I saw a 415.
Yeah, I saw 429.
I was going to say that 415 sounds cheap now.
Yeah.
For the gas. 429 you saw?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, that was on Miller Parkway, so.
So how are the roads?
Don't
and
go
a good
out and
morning
drive.
to you.
Save your gas. Don't go out and drive.
Right.
At this point, it's looking pretty good. Just a little tap of the brakes between North Avenue and Burleigh on the northbound side of 41. That's really it. If everybody plays nicely and we don't create any traffic jams, that's another way we can save gas that we don't have to spend. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
From TMJ4 meteorologist Brendan Johnson with your Storm Team forecast. A chance for a few hit and miss showers on our Thursday. Can't rule out even a little bit of some graupel falling, just given how cold it is aloft. Otherwise, partly sunny today, cooler with high temperatures only in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. The showers end tonight. Patchy frost expected again across southeastern Wisconsin. Mostly cloudy with a low of around 37. Partly cloudy and chilly for Friday. Another slight chance of showers with highs in the upper 40s to mid 50s.
37 degrees right now.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Now, here are your hosts, Eric Bilstad and Telly Hughes.
And a good morning to you, Eric and Telly. Telly in for Vince, who's traveling south to pick up his kid from college. Big day today, and I mean it, especially for dog lovers.
Happening today.
Ridgeland Farms. You know this embattled research and dog breeding facility, right? It's the one in Dane County. It's been in the news a lot for what's been happening there and for all the demonstrations that have been taking place. Some of those protesters breaking into the facility. Well, now we are hearing that breeding facility will sell more than 1,000 beagles. Big Dog Ranch Rescue and the Center for a Humane Economy say they have entered into a confidential agreement with Ridgeland Farms to buy 1,500 of the nearly 2,000 beagles that are in that facility.
Wow.
So we don't have any of the price details or anything like that, but we expect to learn more actually from this group, Big Dog Rescue, later this morning for a news conference that's going to take place at 11 o'clock. This is a huge win for these animal rights groups.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just also wonder, too, does that mean that they are going to stop operations, or are they going to get more dogs in the future, or what is the case? But definitely for the time being, this is a huge win for those advocates.
Activists have been holding demonstrations outside the facility in Blue Mounds, calling the research inhumane. Now, the facility has been slapped with violations. They were required to surrender the state license in the coming months, but still had a federal license. Now, you may recall demonstrators broke into the facility at one point, taking some of these dogs. Many were arrested, including the leader of the group, a guy named Wayne Shung. Now, he was in court on Wednesday for a preliminary hearing. Here's his lawyer.
He's engaged in what is clearly protected speech here in Dane County. Protests, demonstrations, petitioning, elected representatives, trying to speak with law enforcement to have law enforcement investigate founded claims of animal cruelty at Ridgeland Farms.
Now, prosecutors say, be that as it may, you still can't just break into a place.
What he calls rescue effort, which under Wisconsin law would be called burglary and theft effort, involving more people.
So that is headed to trial. You can assume, though, either way, they're over the moon right now, knowing that more than 1,000 of these dogs will be relocated to new homes. So you would anticipate that they'll be celebrating when that news conference takes place at 11 this morning. It is 6:14. Telly's got all the sports in a minute.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368.
At Wisconsin's own AccuNet Mortgage, our closing costs are typically $1,000 to $3,000 less than the banks or the mortgage guys with the Rocket for exactly the same rate. Find out how much you can save at ACCUNET.com.
Start your Milwaukee weight loss program now to lose weight fast. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. Call for your free weight loss consultation. 262-449-1180. That's 262-449-1180 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. Results may vary.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
Brandon Sproat got touched up for 4 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings as the Brewers fell to the Diamondbacks 6-2. The Crew got on the board first with Bryce Terang's RBI double in the second.
3-2 to Terang. And a fly ball into center. Going back is Thomas. Still back over his head. It's going to roll to the wall. Lockridge off to the races. He's going to be sent around third. Terang stopping at second. The throw goes to third. The Brewers lead it 2-0.
But in the fourth, Nolan Arenado turned a 2-1 deficit into a 2-run lead with a 3-run shot.
A 1 is a high fly ball left field. Lockridge is back at the track wall. It is gone. A 3-run home run off the bat of Nolan Arenado. And the Diamondbacks, just like that, have taken a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, the Snakes added a couple more solo home runs to win going away. The Crew can still win the series in the rubber match this afternoon. First pitch is set for 12:40 from AmFam Field. Our coverage begins at 12:05 right here on WTMJ. Packers rookies will start rolling into Green Bay this afternoon and clock in for the first time as professional football players. Rookie minicamp is more like freshman orientation with Matt LaFleur and the staff getting the newbies up to speed. But for the 6 draft picks, the 10 or so undrafted free agents signed, and the group of tryout players looking to secure a roster spot, it all begins tomorrow, their NFL journeys. And the Badgers held their final spring practice at Camp Randall Stadium yesterday. This will be a big year for Badger football in Luke Fickell's 4th season in Madison.
Really?
After it's a huge year. After a disappointing 2025, Badgers offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes wants the people of Wisconsin to feel proud of their football team.
You know, since I've been here, I've been to sports, athletic events of other sports as well, and I see the love and the passion that the people have for this place and makes me want to win for them.
Yeah, Badger fans will get behind a winner. Badger sports updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, siding and a whole lot more.
See, the key, though, is that you actually have to win some of these games.
Yes.
I'm not even trying to be snarky.
No, you're absolutely right. And you will feel the love. I mean, you see how the volleyball team sells out all the time and the women's hockey team. And so the support is there, but very few fans are going to support a team that's not doing a lot of winning.
And wasn't this one of the first years in a long time Wisconsin didn't have anyone drafted?
Yes.
So even if you're not winning, if you're also not sending anyone to the NFL.
Yes, that is not a good thing because that is a huge recruiting tool, not outside of your facilities and things like that. It's not just the conference you're playing in. You got to secure guys that you know can play at the next level and prove to them, I can get you there.
Coming up next, how high will it get? It's 6:18.
It's WTMJ's Julia Fellow for Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. If you're looking for expert care without that cold clinical vibe, Sweet Talks is where beauty, wellness, and self-confidence comes together in such a fun, welcoming space. Sweet Talks offers injectables, advanced skin treatments, even wellness services like weight loss or hormone optimization. Sweet Talks provides a comprehensive consultation designed just for you. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Blaine's Fest with 3 days of giveaways, daily events, and doorbuster deals May 1st through the 3rd. Join us for a weekend of deep discounts on your favorite brands and products throughout the store. Fun, interactive events, games, and demos the whole family will love. Plus, a chance to win over $100,000 in prizes and giveaways, including a Massimo UTV grand prize sponsored by Mobile One. Shop, save, and celebrate during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Blaine's Fest, May 1st through the 3rd.
Hey, WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here, reminding you to subscribe to the Wisconsin's Morning News Podcast. We update it every day with every interview, every segment, every bit we do on the show.
Wait, we don't do bits on the show.
That's a lie.
I'm going to Potawatomi if I can get there.
Bill!
I got bit by one, and I liked it. All right, maybe we do some bits.
I don't even know what that means.
Be sure you subscribe to the Wisconsin's Morning News Podcast, presented by Tri-County Contracting.
Remember, Marty's Pizza.
Right off I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield.
6:20. Traffic sponsored by Marty's Pizza in Delafield. Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning. Everything seems to be rolling along just fine right now. Westbound 94 is just starting to get a little bit heavier. We're seeing taps on the brakes through the stadium. Northbound 41 a little bit slow into Burleigh, but overall we're moving along quite well. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Today, you can expect a chance of hit or miss showers, partly sunny with a high of 47. Tonight, showers ending, patchy frost, mostly cloudy with a low of 37. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and chilly, slight chance of showers with a high of 47 near the lake, 54 inland. Saturday, mostly sunny, 58 inland, 52 by the lake. Sunday, chance of showers, partly sunny, high of 62. Monday, chance of PM showers, partly sunny with a high of 65.
37 degrees right now. So in Wisconsin, as we continue to watch these soaring gas prices, right now average price for a gallon of regular unleaded in Wisconsin's at $4.16. That's up about 20 cents from yesterday. I am seeing here, just checking some of the ranges here, Costco's got a bunch at $3.69. That's as of last night. Curious to see if they're still selling at $3.69 this morning. If you're seeing any prices either really good or really bad, please shoot them out to us. 855-616-1620 on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. The gas price is climbing to their highest level in 4 years. Of course, this is a lot to do with the war in Iran. Drivers feeling the pinch.
We've seen a 20-cent jump in gas prices in the national average in just 1 week, and we're paying more than $1 than we were this time last year. And it has to do with crude oil prices.
That's AAA's Exa Diaz. She's with ABC News. Americans feeling the effects there. There's also refinery issues in Indiana that we were telling you about yesterday. So we kind of saw this coming. Oil prices overnight, $126 it hit at one point for a barrel. That's the highest price in 4 years. Traders are worried about a prolonged closure of the Strait of Hormuz, of course. It was broadly flat at about $106 a barrel, so it only just hit 126 for a second. I mean, who knows if we get to this point, but there's fears of $200 a barrel.
Wow.
So obviously that's going to affect you and your driving.
Spring, summer is when gasoline demand goes up as more people are traveling, and that means that we are seeing higher gas prices.
Yep. More people are always traveling in the summer, right? Because it's road trip time.
Yeah,
One of our
kids are
favorite
out of
things.
school,
Yes.
and yeah.
Always loved doing the road trips back in the day with the kiddos. So more families hitting the road for spring and summer getaways. Also, along with the gas, you got to worry about keeping that car in good shape. Towing operators say a little preparation can go a long way. So for this month's Driver's Ed with Debbie, she checks in with two people who know exactly what can go wrong once a road trip turns into a roadside emergency.
The Great American Road Trip still has a certain glow to it. A full tank, a packed trunk, maybe a cooler in the back seat. But for the people who answer roadside calls, summer travel has a different soundtrack. More traffic, more heat, more miles, and more drivers breaking down far from home. Todd Menzel is Chief Operating Officer of Menzel Enterprises, which operates several towing companies across Wisconsin. He says one of the biggest summer trouble spots starts where the rubber meets the road.
The main issues are going to be probably as the weather warms up and people are hauling trailers or extra people or extra supplies. A lot of times you'll have tire blowouts going up and down the highway at highway speeds, right? You're doing 70 miles an hour down the interstate. Those tires are heating up. It's warmer than normal.
And when that happens, a flat tire is not always just a flat tire. Menzel says drivers often realize too late that they don't have a usable spare, the right air pressure, or even the tools they need to make a quick change.
I think it's a really simple thing to check to make sure you have a good spare, check to make sure the spare has ample tire pressure, and make sure that you also have all the tools necessary to change a tire, whether you want to do it by yourself or you do call a service.
Summer weekends bring their own patterns, too. Samantha Ibarra is Senior Operations Manager at Menzel Enterprises, and she says the busiest stretches tend to line up with the way people actually vacation.
We see a lot of big travel days. There'll be a lot in the morning. We're very close to I-90 here, where we have the heavy traffic of people driving to go to the lakes, go to the Dells, that kind of thing. So then we'll see a high traffic volume on Friday afternoons and then again on Sunday evenings.
That means the classic road trip crunch is exactly when drivers should be thinking ahead. Not just about snacks, directions, and where to stop, but whether the vehicle is really ready to go. Tires, fluids, oil changes, repair kits, roadside assistance numbers, even knowing how to explain where you are if you end up stuck somewhere unfamiliar. Summer prep is just as important as winter prep. For Ibarra, the best advice is also the simplest.
Obviously in the winter, you want to make sure that you have extra blankets, gloves, those types of things. And in the summer, you're not dealing with the extreme cold, but there also is the heat that can cause your car to have all sorts of different issues. I think just being prepared overall is the best way to do it.
Because once a vehicle is stranded on the shoulder, the problem changes. It's no longer just about getting moving again. It's about safety. Menzel says people often underestimate how dangerous the roadside can be, especially with traffic flying by at interstate speeds. And that is why he wants drivers to remember one law in particular.
The move over and slow down law. There are too many people that die in this industry because of distracted driving, because of people going too fast, not paying attention on the roadways. The most logical thing that you can do is put yourself in your mind in their position. I should slow down and I should move over to give them space.
The best summer road trips are the ones that make memories, not emergency stops. And a little planning before you leave can keep your dream road trip from turning into a roadside nightmare. Debbie Loziga, WTMJ News.
Good stuff, Debbie. One of my fondest memories of a kid, and actually as a father, has been the road trip.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not been like annoying or...
It doesn't, no.
That's good.
But the one thing that you'll notice, at least I've noticed as you've gotten older, or as I've gotten older, can't do the long road anymore. Like, no. I used to be able to do 16 hours standing on my head. Can't do that anymore.
No, I max out at about 6 now. I used to could drive like that too, but no.
We drove all the way through to Florida once, like, I think maybe about 10 years ago. And I was like, that's it. Check,
Yep,
please.
done.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Bucket list item never needs to be
It's funny when
addressed
you
again.
know the last time. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yep, this is it. Not doing this anymore.
Hey, we are continuing to keep an eye on these gas prices. So thanks for texting some of these in, 855-616-1620, if you're seeing a gas price either really high or really low. Here's what we're seeing from the 262 60th and Burleigh. They're seeing a $4.79.
Ow.
For a gallon of regular unleaded. I saw $4.15 last night, and now we're seeing $4.79. Costco and Kenosha from this texter is a $3.97.
Really,
so that one
it's
is
the same
ticking up.
gas that was in their tanks yesterday when it was
Hey,
lower.
It's the market. Here we are. It's the oil prices.
Shouldn't they not change their prices until they run out and then they get a new load? Then they can change.
Debbie, we got to get you lobbying. News about your money at 6:27. The Annex Wealth Management Market Update. So obviously, we're really curious to see what's going to happen with the markets here in 2 hours. As of right now, all three indices looking really good with the futures. Stock futures are up at the moment. But again, knowing that we've hit $126 a barrel overnight, knowing that we're seeing these gas prices the way we are, knowing that there's a lot of more confusion of what's happening in Iran, I'm curious to see what happens when the bell rings at 8:30 this morning. So, of course, we'll be here live for that. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
Gene Miller here for my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. As the days get longer and Wisconsin weather shifts, it's a good time to check your home's comfort. If your house felt drafty this winter, it may be time for an upgrade. Hometown offers energy-efficient windows and doors from Bella, Marvin, Anderson, and more. All on display in their New Berlin showroom, all installed by Hometown employee carpenters. Wood, vinyl, or Fibrex, they have options for every budget. Call my friends today at Hometown Windows and Doors. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. M.W. Marine.
Fishing season kicks off this weekend. Are you ready to hit the water? Stop into M.W. Marine and check out the brand new 2026 Lund, Ranger, and Vexus boats, all powered by Mercury Outboards. Start your boat shopping now and lock in a great deal so you're ready when summer hits. M.W. Marine takes trades, offers full boat service, plus outdoor storage to keep your rig in top shape. Call now to schedule a private appointment or stop in today. M.W. Marine.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
WTMJ's Greg Matzik here. Bob Sorens is the reason Sorens Ford became home of the nice guys.
Sorens, Robert. He was a nice young man in my biology class. I remember one day we dissected frogs, and Mr. Sorens stayed late after class and sewed all the frogs' organs back into place.
Every Ford dealer offers the same factory rebates and low financing, but nobody has lower prices than Sorens. Buy your next vehicle from the nice guys. Sorens Ford on Capitol Drive in Brookfield. Visit SOERENS.com.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. A new message from Iran's supreme leader not likely to lead to movement in talks with the United States. He promises that Iran will protect its nuclear and missile capabilities and that the only place Americans belong in the Persian Gulf is, quote, at the bottom of its waters. The standoff keeps oil prices high. Brent crude at one point earlier this morning traded around $126 a barrel. Louisiana's governor is reportedly ready to delay next month's state primary after the Supreme Court ruled a black majority congressional district unconstitutional, says ABC's Jacqueline Lee.
Republicans, including Louisiana's governor, cheering the ruling.
I think this whole race baiting race issue on the redistricting has been put to bed finally once and for all.
Democrats say after this ruling, only one of Louisiana's 6 congressional districts will be majority black, despite black voters making up 1/3 of the state.
This is ABC News.
Things Everything's moving along really well so far this morning. Just a few taps on the brakes. Westbound 94 between 27th Street and Hawley Road. Eastbound's backing up a bit coming out of the Stadium interchange to 35th. Northbound 41 starting to slow down just a little bit more from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh, but overall we're looking pretty good. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
There's a chance for a hit or miss shower today. Partly sunny, a high of 47. Shower's going to end hit or miss tonight. And then some patchy frost. Got a frost advisory that kick in. Cloudy, a low of 37 tonight. Right now at 6:32, it's 35 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Milwaukee leaders are eyeing new security measures for the downtown entertainment districts.
The trend we're on with the violence on Water Street is very, very concerning.
The resolution from Alderman Bob Bauman would bring multiple city agencies to the table to discuss possible safety measures for multiple areas, including Water and Brady Streets, following recent concerns about large crowds and violence.
If the perception takes hold that downtown is somehow unsafe and dangerous, that perception will be very difficult to dislodge.
Bauman says some options could include security fences, crowd limits, and other restrictions. Those discussions would happen over the next few months. No final plan has been approved. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Animal rights activists are suing Dane County and the beagle breeding facility Ridgeland Farms. It comes as an agreement has been reached to sell a majority of the dogs to animal rights groups.
The federal lawsuit accuses law enforcement officers of using excessive force when activists who attempted to take dogs from the facility were met with tear gas and rubber bullets. The lawsuit also alleges that Dane County officials conspired with Ridgeland Farms to violate the civil rights of protesters. The complaint also accuses the facility of creating a manure-filled trench surrounding the property as a way to deter protesters. Ridgeland Farms has since been cited for creating the trench without a permit. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
Reaction to new body cam video from a police shooting earlier this month. Retired Milwaukee Police Sergeant Patrick O'Donnell says the officers involved in the shooting were highly trained and acted quickly.
Cops are the worst at second-guessing themselves, even though you have a matter of seconds to make these decisions. So what are you going to rely on? You're going to rely on training. You're going to rely on experience. You know, some police officers have a higher skill set than others. You know, everybody is better at different stuff.
O'Donnell, a guest on Wisconsin's Afternoon News. This after this deadly shooting near 35th and National. That 31-year-old suspect was killed.
Identifying the teenager who died after a shooting in Milwaukee Tuesday night. The medical examiner says 18-year-old Damari Johnson was shot at a recording studio near 27th and Fond du Lac. Police are still searching for the shooter.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:34.
Traffic is sponsored by Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Design Exchange is where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
From the leather aspect, leather has a lot of natural characteristic in it.
Ben and Arvid Huth, brothers and owners of Penny Mustard Furnishings.
And the leather suppliers, they disclaim, right? This leather is going to have bug bites. It's going to have maybe barbed wire marks, what have you.
Branding. There's brands in a lot of the leather that comes from certainly out west.
Right. Where they're still branding cattle.
Where they're still branding cattle will have branding marks in it.
But if you just sit and watch a cow, she scratches on everything. They do.
Walking over to a tree and going like this.
Just like they're 1,500 pounds. They're pushing on that tree or pushing on that fence. You wonder why they got marks on their body.
I love that in leather. When I see a leather sofa that has natural markings in it, I absolutely love that.
See more at pennymustard.com.
That leather lives on for a long, long time with these furniture.
Right.
A long, long time.
Yep.
I want you to imagine this scenario. Your home has to be evacuated in 5 minutes. You can only grab one item, something from your home that truly matters. Imagining all the pets and the people get out. What would that be? Did your brain go to something right away? These are what we call passion assets.
And learn how to preserve those passion assets. Wednesday, May 6th at the Red Circle Inn in Neshota. Click events and reserve your spot at annexwealth.com.
Epic parties start at Staples. Now you can grab Party City balloons, decorations, and tableware, plus matching custom invites, banners, and more right at Staples. That was easy.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ news time is 6:36.
Putting on the NFL shield for the very first time. That story at 6:45. Got a couple of happening todays to get to you.
Happening today.
So we got a couple in Washington. We have President Trump. He'll be briefed on military options in Iran. It sounds like there's going to be some more conversation about what they could potentially do at the Strait of Hormuz. And of course, this comes as gas prices now just skyrocketing across the area. King Charles leaves today. In fact, he leaves this morning along with the Queen after their visit to the U.S. You wonder, is that like a guess that you're ready to go home? You're like, all right. Okay,
yeah,
well, it's time.
Look, that's our time. Because they only did New York, like D.C. and New York, correct?
Right, yes. Yep, and now they're heading back. Actually, he's headed to the Bahamas. The Queen is headed home. Here locally, the last of the metal detectors going to be installed at the Kenosha Unified School District, the ones that they had approved earlier this year. And also happening today, we're going to hear from MPD again. Milwaukee Police are going to give an update on their response to street takeovers. We've been talking about these street takeovers again. This was a story last year as well, where they stop in one spot, they find an intersection, they start doing donuts, kids start shooting off fireworks and post it on Instagram, and it actually is pretty compelling video to watch. Not saying that you should be doing it.
Not safe, but it's
entertaining.
video,
and people are all watching it.
Yeah.
So what do you do if you're cops, and what is considered safe? And we've heard from MPD before, but they are also going to discuss it again today. They're going to appear before the Public Safety and Health Committee later this morning. All of that happening today. 6:38. Everyday Hero next.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Have you seen my husband?
No.
My husband is hot.
Okay.
And he just keeps getting hotter and hotter.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What?
But I have good news.
You do?
Hasselus Mattress is home to a variety of cool gel mattresses, including Tempur-Pedic.
No, I mean he's hot.
When he sleeps, I can relate. But our cool gel mattresses sleep an average of 10 degrees cooler than traditional mattresses. So he'll be cool as a cucumber.
Okay, but...
And right now, get 48 months interest-free financing on Tempur-Pedic with approved credit.
Well, that's great, but...
Plus, free next-day delivery and setup, free removal of your old mattress, and a $300 MasterCard gift card with your new Tempur-Pedic.
Hold on. You're saying I can cool down with a new Tempur-Pedic with no interest for 48 months and a $300 gift card?
What do you think?
I think that's pretty hot.
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasselus.com.
A huge month of Brewers baseball kicks off with a battle against the Yankees Friday, May 8th through Sunday, May 10th. Catch the crew for half off with Wisconsin First Friday game tickets on Friday the 8th. Plus, Mother's Day Sunday is the perfect game to bring the whole family with new kids experiences every Sunday. Plus, the first 10,000 fans over the age of 21 get a Brewers picnic blanket at the Mother's Day game, courtesy of American Family Insurance. Score your tickets at Brewers.com.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late-stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms, and they offer early memory loss classes to help you. They specialize in this area. It's kindness at the core, locations throughout southeast Wisconsin. It's compassion, it's empathy. It's Wisconsin-based and family-owned, always welcoming people to come tour and welcome their new residents. I've seen their places. They're top-notch. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
A new name, new service, but the same high standards. Winter Services is now Groundmasters, offering year-round commercial property management, now including landscape maintenance. Check them out at groundmasters.com.
Traffic brought to you by Groundmasters. See all their commercial services at groundmasters.com. Debbie getting a couple of more texts here. So this is what, Washington County?
Okay.
Highway 33 right off I-41 is $4.50.
Okay.
For a gallon. And a little bit further, let's see, about $4.20 a little bit further west on I-33. I think $4.20 is about the lowest you're going to see.
Yeah, probably.
Outside of maybe a Costco or a Sam's Club. And even them, I think those are going to just pop up higher.
Oh, my gosh. I'm just going to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Just, put my thumb up going, hey, gotta go to work. Anyway, westbound 94, we got some backups from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. On the eastbound side, we're slowing down through the construction zone as well, through the stadium. all the way to 35th. Northbound 41, we've got backups from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Southbound, you're on and off the brakes. Most of the heavy stuff is going to go right through Good Hope Road to about Appleton Avenue, then a couple other pockets heading down towards Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
From TMJ4, meteorologist Brendan Johnson with your Storm Team forecast. A chance for a few hit and miss showers on our Thursday. Can't rule out even a little bit of some graupel falling, just given how cold it is aloft. Otherwise, partly sunny today, cooler with high temperatures only in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. The showers end tonight. Patchy frost expected again across southeastern Wisconsin. Mostly cloudy with a low of around 37. Partly cloudy and chilly for Friday. Another slight chance of showers with highs in the upper 40s to mid 50s.
35 degrees right now. It's time to celebrate an everyday hero. Everyday hero is when we here on Wisconsin's Morning News identify an average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning they'd be saving a life. Everyday Hero sponsored by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. Azura Memory Care. Today, Telly, we head to Hancock County, Mississippi. Bus driver Leah Taylor was driving home the middle schoolers there at Hancock Middle School, and she's driving and doesn't feel right. Starts to feel faint, not feeling well.
I had a medical emergency, and the students stepped up when I passed out driving the bus.
You heard that right. She passed out driving the bus.
Oh, gosh.
Taylor there talking with WLOX News Now. So she passes out. The bus is moving.
She kind of sort of like fell over, like flopped over, and everyone started like standing up.
That's sixth grader Mackenzie Finch describing the dire situation. So here's the incredible part. Handful of students all acted on instinct. Mackenzie was among these 5 students who came from like opposite ends of the bus working together to help with the situation. First, there's Jackson Casnave. He kept the bus on the road.
I saw that the bus was veering off to the side, then I grabbed the wheel.
Yeah, so he's grabbing the wheel, just looking back and forth, making sure Leah's okay. Leah, the bus driver, is kind of bobbing in and out. She'd wake up, then she loses consciousness. Meanwhile, the bus still moving. Darius Clark took care of that.
So she passed out again, and then the bus started rolling forward. And I mean, it started to like gain speed, so I didn't know it had air brakes. So whenever I clicked the brakes, it about threw me out the windshield.
This sixth grader knows a lot about driving.
Yeah, I was clicking these brakes. Whoa, that about threw me. Anyway, he took care of stopping the bus. Another girl calls 911 while Destiny Cornelius helps with the bus driver's medication.
I saw her medication in her hand, and I saw like her reaching for it. I knew like that's what she needed.
These are sixth graders.
Wow.
All working together to stop the bus, helping the driver, calling authorities. You can see the surveillance video. Here's the best part. We got the video inside the bus. It's on the website. Just text the word HERO to the WTMJ Saturday Unlimited talk and text line 855-616-1620. We'll send it to you. It turns out the bus driver, Leah, was having an asthma attack. Thankfully, she's okay.
They saved my life.
But she says those students saved her life. Imagine had they not been there.
I'm very proud of them. I couldn't ask for any better students than my students on my bus. I love every single one of them.
And clearly, the feeling is mutual. Thank you, Mackenzie, Jackson, Destiny, and Darius. You are all everyday heroes. You should get the day off. Everyday Hero, sponsored by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guests, Trees on the Move and Abby Home. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. Yet at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for QC Kinetics. At some point, you stopped calling it pain and you just started calling it, well, that's just how I am. Talking about your joint pain. Yep, no, that's just me. I got the back pain all the time, or my knees, or yep, that's why I don't do things with my family or my friends anymore, because I got this back pain. That's just a thing. You know, there is another way. And it's right here in Southeast Wisconsin. It's calling QC Kinetics, taking advantage of its regenerative treatments for joint pain right here in Mequon and in Greenfield. And then you can spend all the time with your friends and family, not be thinking about what is just normal. the back pain, right? Call 414-667-5559. Again, the number 414-667-5559, and learn how they can take care of your inflammation. The longer that inflammation sits, the more damage it can do and the more less activity you will conduct. The time is now. Call QC Kinetics today. Here's the phone number one more time. 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
Brewers starter Brandon Sproat got touched up for 4 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings as the Brewers fell to the Diamondbacks 6-2. The Crew got on the board first with Bryce Terang's RBI double in the second.
3-2 to Terang. And a fly ball into center. Going back is Thomas. Still back over his head. It's going to roll to the wall. Lockridge off to the races. He's going to be sent around third. Terang stopping at second. The throw goes to third. The Brewers lead it 2-0.
But in the fourth, Nolan Arenado turned a 2-1 deficit into a 2-run lead for the Snakes with his 3-run shot.
A 1 is a high fly ball left field. Lockridge is back at the track wall. It is gone. A 3-run home run off the bat of Nolan Arenado. And the Diamondbacks, just like that, have taken a 4-2 lead.
Arizona added a couple more solo home runs to win going away. The Crew can still win the series in the rubber match this afternoon. First pitch is set for 12:40 from AmFam Field. Our coverage begins at 12:05 right here on WTMJ. Packers rookies will start rolling into Green Bay this afternoon and clock in for the first time as professional football players. Rookie minicamp is more like freshman orientation with Matt LaFleur and the staff getting the newbies up to speed, but for the 6 draft picks, the 10 or so undrafted free agents sign, and the group of tryout players looking to secure a roster spot, their NFL journeys begin tomorrow. The Badgers held their final spring practice at Camp Randall Stadium yesterday. This will be a big year, which is an understatement, for Badgers football in Luke Fickell's 4th season in Madison. After a disappointing 2025, Badgers offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes wants the people of Wisconsin to feel proud of their football team.
You know, since I've been here, I've been to sports, athletic events of other sports as well, and I see the love and the passion that the people have for this place, and makes me want to win for them.
Yeah, when you're winning, they will support. Badgers sports updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, Siding, and a whole lot more.
649.
Don't think twice. Call Dice.
A great way to add value and curb appeal to your home is with a new LiftMaster or CHI maintenance-free garage door. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. A study by Remodelers Magazine reports that the average return on investment is an amazing 82%. Garage doors rank first among all home improvement projects. To see Geiss's huge selection of doors, visit their showroom in Brookfield, or you can also visit their online showroom at geissdoors.com. Geiss has everything from alley doors to custom wood designer doors and everything in between. Remember, for all your garage door needs, you call Geiss at 262-784-4250. That number again, 262-784-4250. It's Geiss. Visit them online at geissdoors.com.
Don't think twice. Call Dice.
1896, Horicon Bank first opened its doors. Wisconsin wasn't even 50 years old.
We've maintained our roots over the years and yet expanded.
We empower our people to invest in the community. We give them 40 hours of volunteer time.
We're doing it with a personal touch, with a desire to say yes to our customers.
You shouldn't have to work with a bank that sends their profits to New York City or Toronto. You can keep your money here and it benefits Wisconsin.
Horicon Bank, together doing good for 130 years. Member FDIC.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Hurt at work? Call Tayback for the payback. An injury at work may leave you eligible for compensation benefits, including lost wages, coverage of medical bills, or a cash settlement. Call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Debbie, still getting some texts in on the Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ talking text line on the gas prices. 855-616-1620 if you're seeing any. Getting a couple folks sharing some that say $3.85 from yesterday.
Yay.
That I
No.
I would check again. I think anything from yesterday, you're not going to see a 385. Maybe.
It's the same gas.
Yeah. Maybe at a Costco, maybe. But I think if you see 385, even if you're full, you should just stop anyway.
Yeah, bring everything.
Right
Milk
now,
jugs,
yeah, we are nowhere close to that. I think 415 is the lowest we've seen for most people right now. And that's the lowest. Anyway.
Well, it'll help out with no mow May. How's that?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Good idea.
Westbound 94 at Mitchell Boulevard. Looks like we've got a broken down vehicle off on the left shoulder. It's starting to tighten things up a little bit through there. So delays now from about 27th Street to that point. The eastbound side slowing down from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th Street, and southbound 41 backing up from Good Hope Road down past Hampton. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Somewhere Vetrano just got the shakes. He got the shakes hearing Nomo May actually mentioned out loud. He's like, well, who's talking?
Why would you do that?
The forecast, by the way, sponsored by Big Fish Contracting. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to see how they're renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
That's right. Today, chance of hit and miss showers, partly sunny with a high of 47. Tonight, showers ending, patchy frost, mostly cloudy with a low of 37. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and chilly, slight chance of showers with a high of 47 near the lake, 54 inland. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 58. Sunday, chance of showers, partly sunny, high of 62. Monday, chance of evening showers, partly sunny with a high of 65.
Reminder, you can tune into today's Brewers pregame show for the Big Fish Roof Update, 6:53. ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Letta from Jen, Gabe, and Tree joins us in studio. Jen, did you know you could bring spaghetti into AmFam Field?
I had no idea. But I'm obsessed with this. This is incredible. Like good old-fashioned Midwestern ingenuity. That's what we have here. I am obsessed with this group of friends who decided they were going to bring basically a potluck spaghetti dinner into AmFam Field. And look, this is no knock on all of the food options that they have at AmFam, right? This would be one thing if it was like, yeah, you got your hot dogs and you got your brats, and that's all they're offering. AmFam has a ton of artisanal options for people if you're at the ballpark. But I like the idea of every once in a while, maybe saving a couple bucks, right? Throwing a meal together at home. This is like how we all were raised, isn't it? We were throwing peanut butter and jelly sandwiches into the cooler. We were throwing, snacks and stuff. Still to this day, when I go to baseball games with my kids, right? The high school baseball games, there's always a concession stand. And we are not frequenting the concession stand, all right? Mom brought pretzels. Yes. Mom brought yogurt. Yes. Mom brought cucumbers. Snack on what's in the bag.
I was telling Eric yesterday, Jen, that it was, so cool when I discovered that you could take peanuts into AmFam Field. And ever since then, I've just been, that's all I do. And I just realized that you can put whatever in a clear bag. As long as the bag is clear.
And it's not alcohol.
You could take it into AmFam Field. So once I found that out, oh, my gosh. I don't think, well, I'm not going to say it too loud, but I am on the radio. But, yeah, I don't buy peanuts at AmFam Field anymore.
Are you making your own peanuts? Are you like boiling them?
No, I'm going to the store and buying them and putting them in a plastic bag.
That's a story in itself, right there.
Yes, I'm making them.
The way that you said no reminded me of that guy on Instagram who's always like, no, why would you think that? So what should these folks do now? Because that's the next question, right? What should they throw together now? I know they mentioned fried rice in the article on the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel on jsonline.com, but what are some things that you could throw? I like the idea of a sub sandwich, right? Somebody brings the bread, somebody brings the deli meat, somebody brings the tomatoes, somebody brings but the problem with that is the condiments, right? Are we squeezing the condiments into the clear plastic bag? Because you probably can't bring the bottles in, right?
But you could take advantage of some of the condiments that are offered at the stadium, perhaps, depending on what you need. Do they offer like mayonnaise?
They do. They do. Yeah. And on top of that, you can extend your tailgating because you're out and you're barbecuing brats and dogs and just throw them in a clear bag.
We should point out, so this guy, Mitch Krebs, the story is amazing. The paper did it. He's going viral because he showed his giant plastic bag of spaghetti that they had cooked. We should point out that you lose the heat, though. He said that it was the only thing that still had any heat left were the meatballs.
Have you ever had Glorioso meatballs? They're fantastic. Okay, I'd eat them straight out of the freezer like popsicles. Right, so that's an endorsement for the Glorioso meatballs. Yeah, and so that's why I'm thinking maybe something that's already cold. I eat Subway sandwiches, or sub sandwiches rather, not Subway. But like, what are some other things you could throw together, man? Like everybody could bring something. I mean, could somebody bring a bag of like pork chops? You know, could somebody bring a bag of mashed potatoes? You cut a little hole in the bottom of the Ziploc bag and you're squeezing it out like frosting. I don't know.
So I'm sure. Okay, so Grandma's pork chops are pretty good. Those can be eaten cold. Sandwiches, soup you couldn't do.
Soup would be tricky.
What about cold pizza?
Yeah, you could absolutely.
You can definitely do cold pizza.
But you can't make a pizza. That's the thing, right?
No. Bring the slices in, and it doesn't really matter if it's hot or cold.
It is more fun if it's a group effort, so it has to be where everyone brings a thing, and then you can combine it there.
And then just bring out a portable table and just start having a buffet of all the stuff that.
Good stuff.
The pictures of the gang, again, I'm obsessed with this. The pictures of them are fantastic. I want to hang with these guys.
Yes.
Next time I'm at a ball game, I want to see if they're there and if they'll let me hang with their buffet.
Jen Letta from ESPN Milwaukee, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Thank you, Jen.
See you guys.
Yeah.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Generac Power Systems is hitting the gas, pushing to open its Sussex plant ahead of schedule as it looks to ramp up manufacturing capacity. The move comes as the company closes in on a potential $600 million order from a major data center hyperscaler. Mount Pleasant could be getting a giant new neighbor. The village has approved a $500,000 deal with Danish artist Thomas Dambo, the creator of Wauwatosa's 25-foot troll Mama Rosa. If all goes as planned, Racine County could have its own larger-than-life troll by 2027. And Northwestern Mutual is doubling down on innovation. The insurance giant is putting another $150 million into fintech and insurtech startups, bringing its total venture investment to $350 million. I'm Addison Lathers from MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
Recently, a seller that unfortunately ended up choosing another agent called me. She said she made a mistake, and what she was expressing to me sounded like she kind of was bullied into signing with him. Is it typical? Not always, but it will never happen when you hire a Century 21 Benefit Realty agent. I want our agents to be able to look in the mirror and say, I'd want to work with me. Not because they're good at saying what you want to hear or offer the lowest commission, but because of trust. Because if you're not feeling that from your agent, that's a problem. And I don't want that. At 1.9% on the listing side of your sale with our commission capped at $19,000, Century 21 Benefit Realty leads with a very fair and transparent commission structure with maximum marketing that can get your home sold fast and for the best price. And saving money matters, but working with someone who'll tell you exactly what you need to know up front, that creates trust. And that matters too. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hey, John Mercure here for Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin, quite simply the best in the business. You got a shoulder that's not feeling great. Maybe it's an ankle or a knee. Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin and their top-tier doctors can get you feeling how you deserve to feel. My wife, Michelle, had a back issue. Oh, how put her in a great place. She's on the mend. She's feeling better. She's doing all the things that she wants to do. Start at the website, ohow.com, ohow.com. Request an appointment. Start your journey to feeling better with the best. Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin.
Here's to sweet summer days together with friends and family in Wisconsin. To discovering magic in every moment.
Come on, over here.
And to reconnecting through a world filled with wonder.
Wow.
Here's to supper club celebrations and dancing until the sun goes down. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your summer getaway at travelwisconsin.com.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
I have had it with these monkey-fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
They put all these snakes on a plane just to get sent back without a bite.
He brings home the pitch, and Gary, a fly ball left field. This is deep. Benintendi back. High line baseball. The Kraken strikes.
The Brewers take on the Diamondbacks today at American Family Field. Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts at 12:05. We are the home of the Brewers. 620 WTMJ Milwaukee.
7:01. This is Wisconsin's Morning News for Thursday, April 30th. I'm Eric Bilstead. Our top story, dogs are being sold from Ridgeland Farms.
I'm Telly Hughes, in for Vince Vetrano. Gas prices soar across the Badger State.
I'm Debbie Laziga. Things slowing down on southbound 41 from before Good Hope Road all the way down past Hampton, the northbound side, slowing down through the construction zone from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. We've also got backups eastbound 94 from about Mitchell Boulevard all the way through to 35th, the westbound side, 35th Street all the way to Hawley Road. I'm Debbie Laziga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Got a dense fog advisory in place till 9 a.m. for some of our counties. Chance for a hit and miss shower. Otherwise, partly sunny today, a high of 47. Gets cool tonight, a low of 37. Right now at 7:02, it's just 38 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a big development in the Ridgeland Farms case out of Dane County. The breeding and research facility is telling WTMJ that it's reached an agreement to sell a substantial majority of its dogs to groups that have offered to buy them. Meanwhile, an activist leader arrested during a break-in earlier this month at the Beagle breeding facility is now headed to trial.
Wayne Shung faces one felony charge of burglary. This charge is related to the break-in back in March when activists successfully took over 20 dogs from the facility. Shung telling reporters after posting bail in Dane County on Wednesday.
We have never had this much evidence of criminal animal abuse in any open rescue, probably in history, certainly that I've seen.
The court agreed to remove a bond condition that prevents him from being in Dane County. 4 co-defendants also face felony burglary charges. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
Pain at the pump as gas prices continue to rise across Wisconsin. As of this morning, AAA says the average price for a gallon of unleaded gas is $4.20 in Milwaukee County. But many residents are seeing prices even higher than that. Fans telling us a station near 60th and Burleigh was sitting at $4.79 this morning. Industry experts say refinery issues and rising oil prices are to blame, and many believe prices will continue to climb this week across the Great Lakes.
Happening today, the man accused of trying to kill President Trump during the White House Correspondents' Dinner is due in court again this morning for a detention hearing.
Cole Allen's lawyers are pushing the court to free their client ahead of this trial. They say he should not be in jail. They believe the government has not offered enough evidence to keep Allen behind bars. They say their client's lack of criminal history and strong ties to the community means that he should go free, at least for now. But prosecutors are looking to keep him locked up until and throughout the trial. In a filing Wednesday, the Justice Department called Allen a, quote, uncommonly serious danger to the community.
News Nation's Trevor Shirley there. The DOJ released a new picture showing Allen armed with what they say appeared to be ammo, a sheathed knife, a shoulder holster, and wire cutters.
The parents of a college student shot to death in Chicago facing the suspect in court for the first time.
Loyola University student Sheridan Gorman of New York was shot and killed last month while out with friends on a Chicago pier. Jose Medina, who feds have said is in the U.S. illegally, has pleaded not guilty to charges including first-degree murder. There was a warrant out for his arrest on shoplifting charges, and his public defender says Medina suffers from brain damage after being shot in 2018. Gorman's mother saying after court,
"Our daughter was beautiful on the inside and out. She really mattered. We're going to get justice for her."
Medina's next court date is June 1st. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News, Chicago.
The city of Milwaukee is doing away with a long-time practice in response to the recent flooding.
Beginning this fall, people living in the city must start putting leaves in bags for pickup rather than raking them into the street. Public Works Commissioner Gerald Kruschke says it will aim to keep leaves from clogging drains, which did factor into floods this month.
I can't say that it wasn't all leaves, but the majority of what we've seen in most of the parts of our neighborhoods were a lot of litter. The least amount of material we can have between the curb lines is a win.
DPW is also facing an ongoing workforce shortage, including 270 current vacancies. Kruschke admits it has the department stretched thin. At City Hall, Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Coming up, a big shakeup in the golf world.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 7:06. News is brought to you by Margle Media. Margle Media, digital marketing done right.
For growing businesses, digital marketing shouldn't be a gamble. If your business needs results, not guesswork, it's time for a different approach. At Margle Media, we deliver real results for businesses in an evolving digital world. Backed by data, guided by strategy, and focused on actionable outcomes. We partner with businesses of all sizes to drive growth locally or nationwide. Set up a free consultation today. Visit us at marglemedia.com. That's MARGLE media.com.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga for Car Edge. The stress of car buying is finally a thing of the past. Car Edge negotiates with local dealerships for you, keeping your personal info private. With an average of 20 plus years of dealership experience, Car Edge experts know every trick in the book, saving you time and money. No sales calls, no wasted hours playing games at a dealership, just the best deal on the car you want. WTMJ fans get 20% off. Call 414-667-7413 or visit caredge.com/WTMJ for a free no obligation consultation today.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
A new deck from Outdoor Living Unlimited is built to last. We are Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck installation team. For amazing ideas, go to Outdoor Living Unlimited's Instagram page. For a free estimate, go to OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ news time is 7:08.
The offense still a bit spotty, but the Brewers can still take the series. Much more at 7:15.
A toddler has died after finding a gun inside a Milwaukee home. Police responded around 11 a.m. on Wednesday near 34th and Walnut on the city's west side. A 2-year-old got a hold of a gun that fired, hitting the child. The child later died at the hospital. Police arrested a 42-year-old man, and charges are pending.
Another state lawmaker stepping down. Republican State Senator Andre Jacques says he will not seek re-election. Jacques' decision means 6 of the chamber's 18 GOP members will retire at the end of the session.
The rival to the PGA Tour could be closing up shop.
Saudi-backed Live Golf is losing its funding from the Gulf States Public Investment Fund, according to the Wall Street Journal. Several prominent Live Golf players have applied for reinstatement to the PGA Tour, but the process is not automatic, and reinstatement could carry severe financial fines and forfeiture of equity stakes. Greg Matzik, WTMJ News.
Live Golf was founded in October of 2021 with Greg Norman as its CEO.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:09.
This report is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. It's siding and a whole lot more. Visit sidingunlimited.com.
Hail damage? Siding Unlimited is here to help. We are not storm chasers. That's important. Siding Unlimited doesn't chase storms. However, if the storm comes to our area like it just did, we're available to help. Why is that important? Storm chasers from out of the area and out of state are the one-time wonder of remodeling. They come in fast, they rush to get it done, and you're left with cheap materials, cheap labor, and holding the bag on a roof with zero warranty. Siding Unlimited uses a roofing system that will get you a 50-year warranty on parts, pieces, and workmanship. Siding Unlimited will be there if you ever have a call down the road, and Siding Unlimited is your local family partner on this project. We're here for you. If you have hail damage or storm damage, be patient and call Siding Unlimited. That's the best local service announcement we can deliver after the storm. If you don't have storm damage but need a new roof, siding, windows, or doors, we're still right here in town, always available. Siding Unlimited, experience, integrity, craftsmanship. Call Siding Unlimited at 262-567-4513 or visit sidingunlimited.com today.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
7-11, Debbie, know how we've been taking to the text line, hearing from folks out and about on what gas prices they're seeing. Everything is over $4 at the moment, it would appear. However, on the Siding Unlimited WDTMJ Talk and text line 855-616-1620, we do have someone from the 262 texted in that they've seen a $3.99 in Muskego.
Ooh.
$3.99. That, believe it or not, that sounds
that
really low.
sounds good.
That sounds really low. If you can get $3.99, now might be the time to get it. Anyway.
I, for one, am not going to get used to that. I want it back under
you're
3.
Right.
So.
You're right. No, you're not wrong. How are the roads?
Okay. We've got backups on westbound 94, starting from around 35th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound, about the same thing, Hawley Road to about 35th Street. We've also got delays kicking in on the bypass. Eastbound, slowing down out of the Hale interchange past 76th Street. You are back on the brakes from about 60th to about Loomis. The westbound side's backed up from 27th Street all the way to 51st Street, so heads up with that. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
From TMJ4, meteorologist Brendan Johnson with your Storm Team forecast. A chance for a few hit-and-miss showers on our Thursday. Can't rule out even a little bit of some graupel falling, just given how cold it is aloft. Otherwise, partly sunny today, cooler with high temperatures only in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. The showers end tonight. Patchy frost expected again across southeastern Wisconsin. Mostly cloudy with a low of around 37. Partly cloudy and chilly for Friday. Another slight chance of showers with highs in the upper 40s to mid-50s.
38 degrees right now.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Now, here are your hosts, Eric Bilstad and Telly Hughes.
Had a couple of people asking what graupel is. Hearing that in the forecast. Graupel is basically hail that melts on contact. So you'll see it coming down thinking it's hail, but it's really soft and fragile, and it disappears almost immediately. So that's the definition there, the quick layman's term anyway, of graupel. Hey, big news today, Telly.
Happening today.
So today is the first of 2 public involvement meetings regarding I-794. The state is considering options for that stretch of roadway that basically leads right in there into Summerfest, into the lakefront here outside of the Marquette interchange. And they're hosting one of these public involvement meetings basically to share information of studies that they're doing. This one's at the Marriott downtown here this afternoon, 4:30 it starts, and anyone is welcome. But we are getting new details. Journal Sentinel has more information. Tom Dakin on this on JS Online says that I-794's possible removal would create nearly $500 million in potential development opportunities in the next 20 years or so. That according to the study that is going to be released today.
Eric, we talked about this before, and to me, you could throw out a lot of numbers to get people excited, but are you really going to reach that goal? Is it really going to benefit the people for this to not be there anymore? And I'm just finding it a hard time just understanding how this could be a good thing in terms of getting around the city from, point A to point B.
Well, amongst the cons, as you referred to, the project also would likely bring more car crashes, including deadly ones, because of the increased traffic congestion, mainly on the downtown streets there, if they were to remove it. Meanwhile, they may not remove it. Either way, it's going to cost close to, if not more than $1 billion to do this. All of this is part of the new information that we expect to learn more about later today at this first public information meeting. They're expected to make a decision by next year, and construction would start in 2030. Either way, something has to happen. It's whether or not they remove it or just redo it. A decision will be made in 2027.
And that also will coincide with what's going on now on I-94. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's not forget to mention that part where it'll just be orange barrels every single place you travel around in the city.
Sports is next at 7:15.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus.
Give me an extra large deep dish pepperoni.
Hasselus doesn't sell pizza. We sell mattresses for way less.
Do I need a coupon?
No, sir. Others sell a Beauty Sleep by Beauty Rest Queen Elm Cove A mattress for $1,459. But Hasselus has it for just $794.
Running any specials?
Through Monday, save an additional $248 on a new Beauty Rest or Sealy Posturepedic just for shopping local.
Do you deliver?
Free next day delivery.
I'm really hungry.
Hasselus.com.
WDTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. The time is now. We're getting into spring and you're starting to notice, those windowsills starting to struggle a little bit, and you always put it off, right? It's the one thing you just never want to even think about are the windows. Well, Tri-County Contracting can help you with that, and they can help you love your home again. You can utilize the showroom, the design consultants, and you can talk about the windows. Figure out what's going to work for you. Tri-County-Contracting-WI.com. Love your home again and your windows from Tri-County-Contracting-WI.com.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
Brewers starter Brandon Sproat got touched up for 4 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings as the Brewers fell to the Diamondbacks 6-2. The Crew got on the board first with Bryce Terang's RBI double in the second.
3-2 to Terang. And a fly ball into center. Going back is Thomas. Still back over his head. It's going to roll to the wall. Lockridge off to the races. He's going to be sent around third. Terang stopping at second. The throw goes to third. The Brewers lead it 2-0.
But in the fourth, Nolan Arenado turned a 2-1 deficit into a 2-run lead for the Snakes with this 3-run shot.
A 1 is a high fly ball left field. Lockridge is back at the track wall. It is gone. A 3-run home run off the bat of Nolan Arenado. And the Diamondbacks, just like that, have taken a 4-2 lead.
Arizona added a couple more solo home runs to win going away. The Crew can still win the series in the rubber match this afternoon. First pitch is set for 12:40 from AmFam Field. Our coverage begins at 12:05 right here on WTMJ. Packers rookies will start rolling into Green Bay this afternoon and clock in for the first time as professional football players. Rookie minicamp is more like freshman orientation with Matt LaFleur and the staff getting the newbies up to speed, but for the 6 draft picks, the 10 or so undrafted free agent signees, and the group of tryout players looking to secure a roster spot, their NFL journeys begins tomorrow. The Badgers held their final spring practice at Camp Randall Stadium yesterday. This will be a big year, which is a big understatement, for Badgers football in Luke Fickell's 4th season in Madison. After a disappointing 2025, Badgers offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes wants the people of Wisconsin to feel proud of their football team.
Since I've been here, I've been to sports, athletic events of other sports as well, and I see the love and the passion that the people have for this place, and makes me want to win for them.
Badger Sports Updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, Siding, and a whole lot more.
7:19, some changes coming for those who live and frequent Milwaukee.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-979-3535. That's 800-979-3535. 800-979-3535.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it. by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
WTMJ's Greg Matzik here. Bob Sorens is the reason Sorens Ford became home of the nice guys.
I used to cut Bob's hair. One time I was running very late. In the middle of his haircut, Bob says to me, "If you gotta leave now, it's okay. You can cut the other side when you get back from vacation."
109 years later, you can still feel that nice guy attitude from the Sorens family and the entire team at Sorens Ford in Brookfield. An exceptional buying and service experience. Sorens Ford on Capitol Drive. SOERENS.com.
Sponsored by Accunet Mortgage.
Get your rock-solid pre-approval or a no-pressure refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
721, things starting to tighten up, Debbie?
Yeah, just a little bit. We're seeing more delays out there on southbound 41. We got backups from well before Good Hope Road all the way down to about Capitol. Northbound's backed up from Mayfair to Burleigh. Eastbound 94, watch for the backups from about just before Hawley Road all the way through to 35th. Westbound's backing up from 30th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. And then on 43, just starting to wake up. We're seeing more delays heading right past Capitol Drive itself. Otherwise, you're looking okay getting into the Marquette. I'm Debbie Lazigo with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Today, there's a chance for hit or miss showers, partly sunny with a high of 47. Tonight, showers ending, patchy frost, mostly cloudy with a low of 37. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and chilly with a high of 47 near the lake. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 52 near the lake, 58 inland. Sunday, chance of showers, partly sunny with a high of 62. And Monday, chance of afternoon showers, partly sunny with a high of 65.
38 degrees. Forecast sponsored by Big Fish Contracting. BigFishContracting.com. See how they're renovating homes and redeeming an industry. And don't forget, tune into today's Brewers pregame show for the Big Fish Roof update. Is it time now, finally, or officially, I should say, to put up stronger, more secure barriers around the entertainment district in Milwaukee? Alderman asking those questions. But first, before we get to that, the city of Milwaukee doing away with a long-standing practice because of the flooding. WTMJ's Adam Roberts is all over it.
Beginning this fall, people living in the city will be required to rake leaves into bags for pickup, replacing the usual routine of raking them directly into the street for collection by Department of Public Works sweeper cars. Commissioner Gerald Kruschke says it's a necessary change in response to the city's second major flooding event in a year.
We have residual leaves, we have Mother Nature that is constantly affecting the way we do things. So we want to move to a full bagging operation. So that means not pushing leaves into the parking lane, not parking on top of them.
The change follows a fresh round of citywide frustration over flooding's impact on homes, roads, and other infrastructure as a record-setting amount of rain has fallen in Milwaukee this April. Last week, Alderman Bob Bauman criticized DPW's handling of leaf pickup, which Kruschke has defended multiple times. People will have to buy their own bags, striking worry in Alderwoman Charlene Moore, who says residents already pay a lot for services they don't always receive.
Our constituents they're at us, and they are just not happy, because they're being charged so much, and we're going to have to increase charges again.
As for whether people will be quick to adopt to the new policy, Count Bauman a skeptic.
I expect massive noncompliance, especially in neighborhoods dominated by renters.
A public awareness campaign is expected to roll out before the new collection method begins in the fall. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
That is a great point. Massive noncompliance. Even if because you assume that everyone's going to hear about this, that public awareness campaign is going to have to be wide-ranging.
Yes.
Because people are just going to do what they always do. Why wouldn't you? If you're used to pushing them into the street, you're not going to remember, I got to buy bags now.
Yeah, and I was also asking you while that story was running, was the fact that are there any consequences as to not bagging it up? Can the city official roll by your house, and if they see that you have raked your leaves onto the sidewalk or to the street, can they issue you a fine or whatever the case may be? But we will see. But yeah, you're going to ask people to break their norm, and it won't probably happen immediately.
Back to the other story, the idea of a security perimeter. Sir Alderman Bob Bauman is introducing a file that would begin to study how feasible a security perimeter would be around like the Water Street district area.
The trend we're on with the violence on Water Street is very, very concerning. If the perception takes hold that downtown is somehow unsafe and dangerous, that perception will be very difficult to dislodge. That could have significant economic impacts on the viability of downtown. And once again, I remind everyone that downtown represents 21% of the city's tax base.
So it's very curious to see what they could do there. So Bauman isn't necessarily saying he wants to do this. Yeah. He's just saying, hey, we got to at least start the movement of discussing how feasible it is and what that could be.
What type of equipment would be involved? Who would operate this perimeter? Would it be Milwaukee Police? Would it be contractors? Equally important, who would pay for this? What would be the cost? What are the pros and cons?
Now, right now, we have seen barriers put up on Water Street. You remember that story, those two women that were hit by a driver who went through one of those barricades. Mm-hmm. But would this have to be something more permanent, or at least temporarily permanent, if you catch my meaning?
Yeah.
And what could that look like?
Yeah, no, that is a great question, because there's already the thing that the city of Milwaukee can't get around is the fact that there's a shortage of police officers. And if you're adding security, that means you need to add personnel. Yeah. And if you already don't have enough to cover what you're trying to do, when you introduce something new, and as Bob Bauman said, you got to worry about who's going to secure this, where's the money going to come from, who's going to pay for it, and all of that. So, yeah, these are great ideas, but you got to also look at the facts that how is this going to be funded?
So the full council will review the idea in May. Again, no decisions here. The alderman even saying he's not even sure if this is the right idea, but at least he's going through the procedure of, okay, let's at least discuss this and look at how it could work. News about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. We're an hour from the bell. Gas prices shooting up. Oil prices at $126 overnight. However, right now, stock futures are all up at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that. Financial planning at every level. AnnexWealth.com.
Hey, there's free pizza today at the Mine Shaft Restaurant in Hartford. John Mercure here. Seriously, it's free, F-R-E-E, free every Thursday. When you buy one pizza, you get a second pizza free. Buy two, get two free pizzas. Buy 5 pizzas, you got it, 5 free pizzas. Bring in pizza today for your loyal employees. Half of your pizzas are free, and it's delicious. Order now, pick up shortly. Coaches, bring in your team today for free pizza. Your players will also love the Mine Chef's world-class game room. It's a super affordable team bonding experience. And happy hour is 2 till 5 today. Half-price cocktails, beer, appetizers, at the bar only, half price. The Friday, all-you-can-eat haddock fish fries, $8.99 from 11 a.m., a crazy low price. The Mine Shaft, right there, easy to get to in downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh near the EAA. Lots of seating, close parking. Walk on in today for your free Thursday pizza. Plenty to take home. I love the pepperoni. Just Google it. Mine Shaft Restaurant.
Day after day, year after year, the heavy lifting, the repetitive motion, and now your body feels it. Your back, your knees, your quality of life. At Access Legal, we stand up for people worn down by work. Workers' comp is our sole focus, and our team has recovered more than $35 million for Wisconsin workers. From sudden accidents to pain that builds over years of hard work, we're dedicated to fighting for the benefits you're entitled to. If you've been worn down by work, contact Access Legal for a risk-free consultation. Search AXIS Legal today.
A buck doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee and Waukesha. Griffin. The buck stops here, but the deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
Trees on the Move, offering ideas for outdoor living and beautifying with landscape consultation, design, and installation, including retaining walls, paved patios, tree trimming, and more. Trees on the Move's been offering landscape services for over 47 years and now offers stamped and colored concrete drives, patios, and sidewalks. Beautify your yard this year with Trees on the Move. TreesOnTheMove.com.
From planning to planting, Trees on the Move.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. More sharp back and forth expected this morning with Pentagon head Pete Hegseth when he goes before the Senate Armed Services Committee.
Secretary Pete Hegseth back on Capitol Hill, one day after a combative hearing before Congress.
The biggest challenge, the biggest adversary we face at this point are the reckless, feckless, and defeatist words of congressional Democrats and some Republicans.
Hegseth testifying for nearly 6 hours about the war in Iran, now in its 9th week. The Pentagon yesterday saying the cost of the war has reached $25 billion so far.
To ABC's Sophie Flay, overnight the House approved a 3-year reauthorization of FISA, the controversial surveillance law, but the Senate Majority Leader says it stands almost no chance of passing there. The governor of Louisiana is reportedly ready to delay next month's primaries to allow lawmakers time to redraw the state's congressional map. This is ABC News.
We are moving along slowly. Eastbound 94 got backups from 76th Street all the way through to 35th. The westbound side's heavy from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. We've got delays northbound 4394 from Howard Avenue up past Oklahoma. Southbound on 43 slowing down before Capitol Drive all the way down to about Locust. Also 41 southbound, a heavy ride from before Good Hope Road all the way to Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
It is dense fog advisory time, at least for the next couple of hours for some of us. There is also a chance for a hit and miss shower, although not really seeing anything on the radar yet. Partly sunny, otherwise a high of 47. Tonight, showers are going to end. Patchy frost. We'll have a frost advisory through the overnight, a low of 37. Right now, 38 right now at 7:32. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, big changes coming. Animal rights activists are going to sue Dane County and the beagle breeding facility in Ridgeland Farms.
The federal lawsuit accuses law enforcement officers of using excessive force when activists who attempted to take dogs from the facility were met with tear gas and rubber bullets. The lawsuit also alleges that Dane County officials conspired with Ridgeland Farms to violate the civil rights of protesters. The complaint also accuses the facility of creating a manure-filled trench surrounding the property as a way to deter protesters. Ridgeland Farms has since been cited for creating the trench without a permit. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
Also breaking on this story is an agreement has been reached for Ridgeland Farms to sell the majority of its dogs to animal rights groups. 1,500 or so will be sold. We expect more details on that later this morning.
Wisconsin is taking the next step in seeking federal disaster aid after recent storms.
Governor Tony Evers is requesting FEMA to conduct a preliminary damage assessment following widespread storm damage across the state. Officials say early estimates suggest the damage could exceed Wisconsin's ability to recover without federal help. The assessment is a required step before the governor can request a major disaster declaration from the president. Evers declared a state of emergency earlier this month after widespread tornadoes, heavy rainfall, and flooding. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
State lawmaker is stepping down. Another one, Republican State Senator Andre Jacques, says he will not seek re-election after 2 terms. His decision means 6 of the Senate's 18 GOP members will retire at the end of the session.
A man is arrested in Milwaukee for allegedly hitting someone with his car on purpose. Police say the 30-year-old suspect intentionally struck a person near 35th and Villard around 1 a.m. Wednesday. The 39-year-old victim was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Criminal charges for the suspect are pending.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:34.
Traffic is sponsored by Burghardt Sporting Goods, the Midwest's best baseball and softball training facility and retail center. Burghardt Sporting Goods. Visit them today in New Berlin.
MW Marine.
Fishing season kicks off this weekend. Are you ready to hit the water? Stop into MW Marine and check out the brand new 2026 Lund, Ranger, and Vexus boats, all powered by Mercury Outboards. Start your boat shopping now and lock in a great deal so you're ready when summer hits. MW Marine takes trades, offers full boat service, plus outdoor storage to keep your rig in top shape. Call now to schedule a private appointment or stop in today. MW Marine.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. I mean, there's just such beauty in it. If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
Or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
Amazon Business. Discover smart business buying, where unmatched selection meets AI-driven tools to simplify complex processes so you can focus on what matters most. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:36. Coming up, the first time you've put on the shield. Telly explains.
Yes,
at
absolutely.
7:45. In Madison, this story, Telly, I swear this happens all the time. There's a story in Madison of a kid getting stuck in one of those animal claw picker-upper things. The dolls are in there. What do they call them?
They've been around forever. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, where you take the claw and get the stuffed animal out. And
It's a claw machine.
Yeah.
So there's a new one now of a 2-year-old, and he's stuck in the thing, and his parents popped it online. This is at an ice cream shop in Madison, and they had to call 911 and all of that. And the little 2-year-old is fine. He had squeezed through the opening of the claw machine, and now it's got like 1 million views on TikTok. If you'd like to see it, you can text the word claw to 855-616-1620 on the Sighting Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. We'll send you the video of the kid getting stuck in the claw machine. What's funny to me about it is that WISC TV News Now, Channel 3 there, they did this story, and they talked to like one of the workers at this ice cream shop, and she's kind of annoyed, saying like, hey, I was the one that ended up calling the cops. I was the one that said, you know what, probably need to get this kid out of here.
I had to be the bigger person and call 911 because the kid was already in there probably like 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Crying, scared. If he's gets into things, keep an eye on him. Like, how could you not hear that he was in there?
I mean, and she's not that old, and she's like, hey, like, how are you not stopping this kid from getting stuck in the claw machine?
If I could read in between the lines, she's saying, look, if you know you have a busybody as a kid,
right,
keep an eye on him, because this is not the first time I've seen a kid get stuck in this machine.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, it's a Gen Zer getting frustrated, and I actually kind of appreciate that.
Right.
Anyway, if you want to see it, there is one of the pictures that makes you wonder, wait a minute, how did this happen? Where like you see him, like his little head is like in the chute. He's not even in there yet. He's just kind of like looking, and there's a picture taken from the parents. Like, probably could have cut this.
Probably put your phone down and get your kid's head unstuck. How about that?
The kid is fine. The firefighters are okay. They were happy to do it. All is well. But yeah, is that 7:38?
Penny Mustard is proud to introduce the latest innovation in home furnishings, presenting the single-seat mini sofa.
What are you talking about?
Look right there.
That's not a single-seat sofa.
It has fabric, doesn't it?
Yes.
And it's plush, right?
Sure.
And you sit on it.
Obviously.
So you tell me what that is.
It's Penny Mustard's new line of upholstered dining chairs.
Huh?
It's like something you'd see in a fancy 5-star restaurant.
But they don't look like dining chairs.
Precisely. These unique chairs take your dining experience to a whole new level.
Our upholstered dining chairs are functional, comfortable, and oh so stylish.
They are, without a doubt, the finest dining chairs masquerading as single-seat mini sofas you'll ever see.
Can't argue with that.
The new upholstered dining chair collection, American-made with...
Actually, since January, and I now know the secret to losing up to a pound of fat every day. Milwaukee Weight Loss, they have their doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program. Helps you lose weight fast, naturally, and safely with no drugs or injections with the risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, no exercising required. Their program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good. And they have coaching for ongoing support. As a matter of fact, I have an appointment today. Their program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Lots of patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. That's up to a pound per day. And right now, for a limited time, get $200 off with their spring special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. Results may vary.
All right, Debbie, right back at you.
Oh, yes, traffic. Yes. Okay, southbound 43, we got backups from Silver Spring all the way down to Locust. The northbound side so far so good. However, northbound 4394 coming out of the Mitchell interchange, that's going to be a little bit on the slow side. And it's up and around the Plainfield curve all the way up past Oklahoma Avenue. Eastbound 94, we've got some backups from before Springdale Road all the way past Barker. Back on the brakes from 76th Street all the way to about 35th. The westbound side is slow from 27th Street to Hawley Road. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
From TMJ4, meteorologist Brendan Johnson with your Storm Team forecast. A chance for a few hit and miss showers on our Thursday. Can't rule out even a little bit of some graupel falling, just given how cold it is aloft. Otherwise, partly sunny today, cooler with high temperatures only in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. The showers end tonight. Patchy frost expected again across southeastern Wisconsin. Mostly cloudy with a low of around 37. Partly cloudy and chilly for Friday. Another slight chance of showers with highs in the upper 40s to mid 50s.
38 degrees at 7:41. So Wednesday evening, it's probably 6 p.m. I saw a gas station in Sussex at $4.15 a gallon. And I said to my wife, I'm like, that looks pretty high. Well, now that actually seems low compared to some of the numbers that we're hearing this morning. Yes, the gas prices just surging over the past 24 hours.
The national average now $4.31 a gallon, up another 8 cents overnight, and up $1.33 since the war in Iran began. And with the Strait of Hormuz still effectively closed, oil prices worldwide are surging, which flows through to Americans at the pump.
That's ABC's Rebecca Jarvis. So right now in Wisconsin, the average is at $4.16. So that's up nearly 20 cents since yesterday. And of course, that affects everybody.
I think it's killing me.
The thing I don't understand is how come it rises like 30 cents every time.
Having to choose between gas and food, and that's a very hard decision.
Jeez, I hope you're getting food though, buddy.
Yeah.
Given this side between the two. Although it does get to a point where it's not necessarily people just complaining about gas prices. It will start to affect your behavior. And what I mean by that is you can't afford the cable or the other things all of a sudden because you realize when you get gas, it's over $100 or something crazy like that. And you're like, holy cow, where's my money going?
Yeah, and you also got to rethink maybe travel plans that you were planning this summer, because if they don't come back down, it's going to cost you way more to drive far less of a distance than it would have had before this war.
Got some text coming in on this, 855-616-1620, if you want to share a gas price, either really high or really low. We've gotten someone saying $4.50 right off of I-41 on Highway 33 in Washington County. This one is amazing to me. This person texted in from, where is this? It's off of Burleigh, 60th and Burleigh. This is $4.79 for a gallon of regular unleaded. So if you're seeing it for lower than that, we know that Costco's got it a little bit lower in some spots, even under $4. Now's the time. Get your gas if you can. Got sports in a minute.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers, where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
Brewers starter Brandon Sproat got touched up for 4 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings as the Brewers fell to the Diamondbacks 6-2. The Crew got on the board first with Bryce Terang's RBI double in the second.
3-2 to Terang.
And a fly ball into center. Going back is Thomas. Still back over his head. It's going to roll to the wall. Lockridge off to the races. He's going to be sent around third. Terang stopping at second. The throw goes to third. The Brewers lead it 2-0.
But in the fourth, Nolan Arenado turned a 2-1 deficit into a 2-run lead with this 3-run shot.
A 1 is a high fly ball left field. Lockridge is back at the track wall. It is gone. A 3-run home run off the bat of Nolan Arenado. And the Diamondbacks, just like that, have taken a 4-2 lead.
Arizona added a couple more solo home runs to win going away. The Crew can still win the series in the rubber match this afternoon. First pitch is set for 12:40 from AmFam Field. Our coverage begins at 12:05. Right here on WTMJ. Packers rookies will start rolling into Green Bay this afternoon and clock in for the first time as professional football players. Rookie minicamp is more like freshman orientation with Matt LaFleur and the staff getting the newbies up to speed, but for the 6 draft picks, the 10 or so undrafted free agent signees, and the group of tryout players looking to secure a roster spot, their NFL journeys begin tomorrow. The Badgers held their final spring practice at Camp Randall Stadium yesterday. This will be a big year for Badgers football in Luke Fickell's 4th season in Madison. After a disappointing 2025, Badgers offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes wants the people of Wisconsin to feel proud of their football team.
Since I've been here, I've been to sports, athletic events of other sports as well. And I see the love and the passion that the people have for this place, and makes me want to win for them.
Badger Sports updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, siding, and a whole lot more.
Taos is next.
Save big on your next project right now at Menards. From mold and mildew to stains and hard-to-stick surfaces, preparing your painting project has never been easier than with Zinsser Bullseye 123. It's an all-purpose, high-performance, water-based primer that's perfect for both interior and exterior residential, commercial, and industrial applications. Save big on Bullseye 123 Primer. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
There's an amazing supper club in Wisconsin Dells, Ish Nala, nestled among the pines and perched above the sandstone bluffs of Mirror Lake. The beauty, the history, the service, the food, the fun. Hi, this is Bob Prosser, owner of Ish Nala Supper Club in Wisconsin Dells. I've been a part of Ish Nala since 1973, and I am so proud to continue the tradition that began in 1953. Why not enjoy a brandy old-fashioned in one of our bars? Each with a spectacular view overlooking Mirror Lake, or just relax before or after dinner on one of our outdoor decks. Our Ish Nala chefs have prepared your favorites: 24-ounce ribeye, cold water lobster tails, North Atlantic salmon, and of course, Ish Nala's roast duck. Thank you for making Ish Nala Wisconsin's favorite supper club, where the only thing we overlook is Mirror Lake. I'm Bob Prosser, and I want to serve you.
Acumen Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368.
Don't settle for a flimsy bank pre-approval. Get the pre-approval listing agents and sellers recognized as better than the rest. The rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from AccuNet. Get yours by clicking on the blue button at accunet.com.
From large manufacturer to local pizza shop and every business in between, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions. Whatever you're building, you've got this. And Summit Credit Union's got you.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
And a good morning to you, Debbie Lazaga.
Good morning. Well, southbound 41 backing up from before Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. It's a solid ride on northbound, too, from Mayfair Road all the way up to about Silver Spring. We've also got southbound 43 hitting the brakes from Silver Spring all the way to Locust, with northbound slowing down around the North Avenue curve all the way up past Locust. And then on eastbound 94, we've got delays coming in from about 76th Street all the way through the stadium to 35th, the westbound side, 35th to Hawley Road, and then a few other patchy delays west of Highway 100 past Calhoun. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Chance of hit or miss showers today, partly sunny with a high of 47. Tonight, showers ending, but patchy frost. mostly cloudy with a low of 37. Friday, partly cloudy and chilly with a high of 47 near the lake. Saturday, mostly sunny. It'll reach a high of 58 inland, 52 by the lake. Sunday, chance of showers, partly sunny with a high of 62. Monday, chance of evening showers, partly sunny with a high of 65.
Big Fish Contracting sponsoring the forecast. BigFishContracting.com to see how they're renovating homes and redeeming an industry. And don't forget, tune into today's Brewers pregame show for the Big Fish Roof Update.
Idea Man.
How human can these robots get?
Innovative.
The Jetsons are here. Like, this stuff is here. Now it's just whether or not it's going to get finely tuned. And does anyone here think that it's not going to get finely tuned?
And Packers Hall of Famer.
Oh, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Well, usually in life you want to have the answers to this stuff before. And here, I'm sure everything's going to be peaceful and we're all good. It's going to just be great. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not so sure about that.
It's time for Tausch on Wisconsin's Morning News. Presented by Fellow Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
One of my favorite parts of the show, getting a chance to talk to Mark Tauscher, because very few people know professional athletes, current or ex-athletes, and you can ask questions like the one I'm going to ask you, Tausch.
Ooh.
Your first
what a tease.
Rookie minicamp. When you finally, yes, you get drafted and all of that stuff is over, but this is the first time you'll put on that NFL shield as a member of the NFL. What was that feeling like?
So that's, man, that throws me back because I can remember it very vividly, and I can't remember hardly anything at this point in my life. But I just recall, so again, back in the old days, 26 years ago, you get drafted on a Sunday. I got drafted on a Sunday, get the itinerary, and we had to be up there on Wednesday. And then we started a mini camp. I think either Thursday we were on the field or Friday, and all the veterans were there. There was none of this. There was none of this, let's get all the rookies together and have a little kumbaya. It was, no, we're in. And so you go from the excitement of getting drafted and celebrating to the reality of, I can't believe I walk in that locker room and I can't believe here's Frankie Winters, Brett Favre, Antonio Freeman. It was deer in the headlights. And I can't believe I'm here, to then getting out on the field and trying to block Vonnie Holiday. And you start thinking, boy, this was really fun, but if I don't get my blank together, I ain't going to be here very long. So the reality of those situations, it comes at you quick. And I just recall being totally overwhelmed, getting the playbook. And it was back then, it wasn't an iPad. It was a monster binder with all this stuff. And you'd have these early meetings and your head was just swimming. And I just remember Chad Clifton and I were rooming together at the Midway Motor Lodge right up in Green Bay, with one of those old pools where, you walk in and you could smell that there was a pool in there.
Yes.
I recall getting there, and Chad and I are both like, holy cats, we got to study. We got to do all this stuff. And we had double-day mini camp. And I think both of us zonked out at like 7:15 that night because we were just so exhausted mentally, probably more mentally than anything else. So it really is, it's an awesome experience. It's a day and a weekend I'll never forget. And I just remember when I got in my car to drive back to Madison to go back to campus after that weekend, thinking, I can't believe I'm here. And wow, is this a lot of work? And this is going to be awesome as long as we can pull this off and do it.
Tausch, it's probably a good thing that they've gone to this format, because that would be overwhelming to go from being in Madison and watching these guys on Sundays, and now you're lining up next to them. And then these guys have a lot of experience. And like you said, you just get drafted, you go back to campus, you're thinking, okay, I might have really stepped in it now. This is the big leagues, right?
Yes, you definitely felt, I know I can only speak for myself. You definitely feel like you stepped in it. And I think one of the things, you're at some point you're going to get thrown into the fire, right? I think everybody, it doesn't matter what job you have, you're going to go and do it. There is something, I think, where you have all rookies and everybody is kind of going through the same things. It's like, all right, where's the meeting room? Okay, how do we get down to practice? What time do we got to be down there? Taping. And when you're there with a bunch of veterans, you get up there and it's like, nope, you can't get taped. The veterans are up. and you're sitting there scrambling like, I can't be late for practice. There's just a lot of other things that kind of go into it. So I think it's a really smart thing what the Packers, and I think most of the NFL has done, where you kind of give that assimilation period where you can start figuring that out, because when the veterans come, there isn't any, oh, let's wait for little Chucky to start figuring out how to block this play. It's that you either go out there and do it, or you ain't going to be out on the field. So to kind of go through all right, here's what we do. Here's how we practice. Here's our cadence. Here's all the things that, you now think of, well, that's just standard stuff. When you're a rookie and you're coming from everybody's coming from different places where they do things differently. Now you get to set that standard for what is going to be expected. So at least you have a fighting chance when you get out there with the veteran players.
And sometimes you always hear these stories, Tosh, about some of these kids need to learn how to live. Like they have never really done laundry before, or know how to eat correctly, or how to even take care of themselves, let alone be in a city they've never been before.
No doubt. It's not just, and at that point, like this, for this weekend, you get put up in a hotel and they grab a van. So that part isn't quite to the same degree, but yeah, I mean, I don't know how college kids are living. I know they're living in a lot nicer places. We were talking last night, a guy's got outdoor pools and, there's money coming in. But from that perspective, yeah, you're out on your own for the first time. You don't have a bunch of roommates and a bunch of people, you're going into this, A, competing with everybody, and B, trying to figure out life. So the mini camp, it's such a whirlwind that the rookie mini camp, you don't know any better. But once you get up there and you start working out with the team and you're doing all that, yeah, I remember distinctly, you go to your house and you're kind of like, all right, now what? You're done, and you're like hoping, especially for guys that are coming in from different spots that don't know anybody in the Fox Valley. Life comes at you quick, and in the NFL, it's rampant even more so.
Hey, Tosh, before we let you go, so they're doing their rookie mini camp or whatever it is that's starting this week. So what would you want a reporter to ask one of these rookies? What would you suggest? What would be an eye-opening question that could get a great answer?
Oh, man. The beautiful part about this, Eric, is a lot of these guys haven't had a ton of media. College is a lot different than the NFL. So you can pretty much ask anything, and they're going to be open and honest. It takes a while to get jaded and crusty, like most of these veterans. So any question you ask, you're going to get open answers, and then what will happen is the PR people and everybody else will say, all right, we got to dial this back a little bit. You haven't gotten trained yet in, I guess what you'd say, professional sports lingo. So your first week, that's where these reporters should be salivating to get info.
Good stuff. Thank you, Tosh. Talk to you tomorrow.
Good night, guys.
Mark Tauscher on Wisconsin's Morning News, sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Generac Power Systems is hitting the gas, pushing to open its Sussex plant ahead of schedule as it looks to ramp up manufacturing capacity. The move comes as the company closes in on a potential $600 million order from a major data center hyperscaler. Mount Pleasant could be getting a giant new neighbor. The village has approved a $500,000 deal with Danish artist Thomas Dambo, the creator of Wauwatosa's 25-foot troll Mama Rosa. If all goes as planned, Racine County could have its own larger-than-life troll by 2027. And Northwestern Mutual is doubling down on innovation. The insurance giant is putting another $150 million into fintech and insurtech startups, bringing its total venture investment to $350 million. I'm Addison Lathers from MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
For growing businesses, digital marketing shouldn't be a gamble. If your business needs results, not guesswork, it's time for a different approach. At Margle Media, we deliver real results for businesses in an evolving digital world. Backed by data, guided by strategy, and focused on actionable outcomes. We partner with businesses of all sizes to drive growth locally or nationwide. Set up a free consultation today. Visit us at marglemedia.com. That's MARGLE media.com.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for QC Kinetics. At some point, you stopped calling it pain and you just started calling it normal. Talking about that joint pain in your knee, your shoulders, your back. It's just normal to live with that pain now, right? Well, deep down, you know that's not okay. It's time to get back to the person you were, active, carefree, and up for anything. It's time to call QC Kinetics and learn about their regenerative treatments for joint pain. There are clinics right here in southeast Wisconsin, in Mequon and in Greenfield, and they're helping patients with pain from arthritis or injury. Those patients are back moving now, sleeping, golfing, running, without surgery or long recoveries. The time is now. No more watching summer come and go. Get back to the version of you that doesn't map out a route based on where you can sit or avoid stairs. Call QC Kinetics today, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. Get your free consultation now. Call QC Kinetics today.
Transform your home today. Exterior Pros. Trust the pros.
Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
8:01, this is Wisconsin's Morning News for Thursday, April 30th. I'm Eric Bilstead. Our top story, gas prices soar, and it's not over yet.
I'm Telly Hughes, and for Vince Vetrano, a U.S. airline holding on by a thread.
I'm Debbie Loziga. Southbound on 41, backing up from before Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. Northbound side slowing down just past Swan Boulevard all the way up to about Appleton Avenue. We got southbound 43 hitting the brakes from Silver Spring down to Locust. Northbound coming out of the Marquette up to about Locust as well. And then on the bypass heading northbound, slowing down right through the Hale interchange all the way up past National Avenue. I'm Debbie Loziga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Dense fog advisory until 9 a.m. There is a chance for a hit or miss shower today, otherwise partly sunny. High of 47. Going to get cool tonight. Could have a frost advisory kick in. Showers are going to end, any showers that we may have. And patchy frost, cloudy and a low of 37. Right now it's 43 at 8:02. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, Wisconsin drivers are feeling the pain. Those gas prices keep going up.
If you're dreading a stop at the gas station, you're not alone. As of this morning, AAA says the average price for a gallon of unleaded is $4.20 in Milwaukee County, but many residents telling us they're seeing prices even higher than that. One person reporting a station near 60th and Burleigh sitting at $4.79 as of this morning. Industry experts say refinery issues and rising oil prices are to blame, and many believe prices will continue to climb this week across the Great Lakes. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
A big development in the Ridgeland Farms case in Dane County. The breeding and research facility tells WTMJ it's reached an agreement to sell a substantial majority of its dogs to groups that offered to buy them.
Ridgeland Farms confirmed the sale of the beagles as a man who organized efforts to break into the facility was wrapping up his preliminary hearing. Wayne Shung upon hearing the news.
For 20 years, I and my friends have been arrested, jailed, and now assaulted merely for trying to give aid to these animals. And hope has been hard to find. And if these animals get out, for one, just as a pure economic matter, this is the end of the industry.
Shung also revealed he plans to represent himself in court. Ridgeland Farms still denies any abuse. Jessica Ty, WTMJ News.
Happening today, more testimony from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth on Capitol Hill addressing the war in Iran.
You might think that the Secretary of Defense would temper his tone when requesting nearly $1.5 trillion for a Pentagon budget, the largest ever, but not Hegseth. He was combative, dismissive, and gave a full-throated defense of the war in Iran that the administration had said would end weeks ago, and he seems ready for round two today.
ABC's Martha Raddatz. We're also hearing that the president will get a briefing today on possible strategies moving forward with the war in Iran.
The attempt on President Trump's life at the Washington Hilton last weekend has Republicans in Congress and GOP voters calling for the completion of a new and presumably more secure ballroom at the White House.
An ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll finds that before the incident at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, 62% of GOP voters supported the president's plan for a new White House ballroom. Afterwards, 72% were in favor. But the poll found that 56% of Americans overall opposed tearing down the East Wing to make way for a 90,000 square foot ballroom.
That's ABC's Jim Ryan.
Oil prices hitting $126 a barrel overnight. It's come down a bit since then. Meanwhile, another potential casualty of the rising costs of jet fuel, Spirit Airlines could be on the verge of collapse.
Spirit is running normally as negotiations continue around a $500 million government bailout. Now, 2 of the 3 groups of creditors at Spirit are on board with the government's aid package, but the airline's major bondholders are not currently in agreement. One floated a counteroffer that was rejected.
CBS correspondent Chris Van Cleve. Travel experts say anyone with Spirit tickets should have a backup plan.
A toddler has died after finding a gun inside a Milwaukee home. Police responded around 11 a.m. on Wednesday near 34th and Walnut on the city's west side. A 2-year-old got a hold of a gun that fired, hitting the child. The child later died at the hospital. Police arrested a 42-year-old man, and charges are pending.
Milwaukee leaders are considering tighter security measures for downtown entertainment districts where large crowds have led to fights and shootings in recent months. Alderman Bob Bauman.
It was very important that we protect the viability of downtown Milwaukee for the benefit of the residents who live there, the businesses that do business there, and in some cases, tens of thousands of visitors that will come downtown on a given weekend, especially when there's multiple events going on.
No decisions have been made. The alderman is just suggesting that this start to be discussed and options be considered, including security perimeters, crowd limits, or other restrictions. City agencies are being tasked to come up with ideas over the next few months.
Coming up, record spending on artificial intelligence.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:07. This portion of the show brought to you by Axis Legal. Worn down by work? Contact AXIS Legal today.
Day after day, year after year, the heavy lifting, the repetitive motion, and now your body feels it. Your back, your knees, your quality of life. At Access Legal, we stand up for people worn down by work. Workers' comp is our sole focus, and our team has recovered more than $35 million for Wisconsin workers. From sudden accidents to pain that builds over years of hard work, we're dedicated to fighting for the benefits you're entitled to. If you've been worn down by work, contact Access Legal for a risk-free consultation. Search AXIS Legal today.
Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Amore, pepperoni, amore, mozzarella, amore. Screaming Sicilian,
Screaming Sicilian frozen pizza. More toppings, more flavor. More is amore.
Prizes,
flyaways,
even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting WTMJ.com/contests.
That's WTMJ.com/contests.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 8:08.
Man's been arrested after a 2-month-old infant sustained serious injuries.
The City of Fond du Lac Police Department says the child was transported to the hospital just after 3 a.m. on March 17th for multiple rib fractures and a throat injury. The child required immediate surgery and had sustained additional injuries beyond the initial reports. A 25-year-old man associated with the baby was taken into custody and charged with felony physical abuse of a child. The charge has been referred to the Fond du Lac County District Attorney's Office. Elizabeth Linton in WTMJ News.
The nation's tech giants are spending a record amount on AI. In their first quarter earnings report, Meta, Google, Amazon, and Microsoft said they spent a combined $131 billion on capital expenditures, mostly on the data centers that power AI. That was a 71% increase from the same quarter last year.
Almost 10 years after it faded to black, there's talk of bringing back a popular reality TV show.
Donald Trump back as host of The Apprentice. The Wall Street Journal is reporting Amazon is considering a potential reboot of the reality TV show starring the president's son, Don Jr. The Journal says discussions are in the early stages and Amazon hasn't actually approached the Trump family yet. If it does get made, it would appear on Prime and could have President Trump's eldest child echoing his famous phrase, "You're fired." Amazon paid $40 million to license the First Lady's documentary, Melania. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The Apprentice had a 14-season run on NBC. Amazon inherited the back catalog when it acquired MGM back in 2022. It's 8:10.
Wisconsin weather doesn't ease into spring. It keeps you guessing. That's why your windows and doors need to handle everything. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we build for year-round comfort. Now get 0% interest until 2030. That's years of no interest, so you can upgrade now and pay over time. Plus, enjoy a free in-home consultation, expert installation, and a 10-year limited warranty. But order by April 30th. Schedule today at PellaWI.com.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
8:12. Debbie, getting this word. Jeff texting in saying that his wife filled up this morning in West Dallas for $3.89.
Okay.
So it still exists. The under $4 still exists. You got to look a little bit for them, but they are out there.
It's the same. Okay. Southbound 41, we've got backups right now. Those start before Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. The northbound side delayed from Mayfair Road all the way up to Appleton Avenue. Southbound 43, also a heavy ride from Silver Spring down to about Burleigh and then back on the brakes just through the Marquette. Northbound, we're seeing backups on 4394 coming out of the Mitchell interchange up past Oklahoma Avenue. Quick tap of the brakes from about Lincoln up towards the high-rise bridge. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Got a dense fog advisory for another 45 minutes this morning. We have a chance for hit-and-miss showers today. Otherwise, partly sunny, a high of 47. The radar looks clear at the moment. Tonight, showers, any hit or miss showers would end. Patchy frost, got a frost advisory kicking in. Cloudy, a low of 37. So if you've already planted a few things, might come back to haunt you a little bit. Partly cloudy and chilly on Friday. Slight chance for showers tomorrow, a high of 54 inland. Right now at 8:13, it's 43.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Now, here are your hosts, Eric Bilstad and Telly Hughes.
Quite an amazing turn of events in a story that we've been following out of Dane County. Ridgeland Farms, of course. This is the embattled research and dog breeding facility there. It's going to lose its license with the state for violations. It's had a lot of animal advocates going after it. We've had issues there as well. Well, new information today.
Happening today.
We're hearing that Ridgeland Farms is selling most of its beagles, more than 1,000 of them. Big Dog Ranch Rescue and the Center for a Humane Economy say they've entered into a confidential agreement with Ridgeland Farms to buy 1,500 of the facility's roughly 2,000 beagles. And the facility confirming with WTMJ that, yes, it is going to do this. More details are expected to be released during a news conference in just a couple of hours. But you would have to think this is a huge win for the animal rights groups, right, that have been spending so much time getting arrested, getting fined, some of them going through the court process right now for what's been taking place outside and trying to get in that facility.
Yes, it's definitely a victory for the activists, and but you also have to wonder, how is this going to move forward? What else was a part of the agreement? Are they going to because at 1,500 dogs and $500 a pop, that's almost $250,000. And so it's a good business move, and it also makes each side happy. The Ridgeland is getting, a large amount of money for these dogs, and the activists are seeing these dogs be released, and hopefully this won't be a problem moving forward.
So news of this broke on the same day that one of the main leaders of this activist group was in court. So as you know, these demonstrators have been holding protests outside the facility in Blue Mountains, calling the research inhumane. The facility had been slapped with violations like we talked about. And some of these demonstrations, in March, they broke into the facility at one point, stole some of the animals. Many were arrested, including the leader of that group, Wayne Shung. So he was in court Wednesday for his preliminary hearing. Here was his lawyer.
He's engaged in what is clearly protected speech here in Dane County. Protests, demonstrations, petitioning, elected representatives, trying to speak with law enforcement to have law enforcement investigate founded claims of animal cruelty at Richland Farms.
And prosecutors say, well, be that as it may, you can't just break in.
What he calls rescue effort, which under Wisconsin law would be called burglary and theft effort, involving more people.
So that case is still headed to trial. I'm very curious to see what happens with that case following this new development. So you would assume they're over the moon today, knowing that more than 1,000 of these dogs are going to be relocated to new homes. You're right, it's going to cost some money, and so I see your wheels turning. You're thinking that Ridgeland Farms is going to buy a whole bunch of new dogs with all that money.
I just don't think that unless they agreed that they are going to shut down operations, I couldn't just imagine them making this much of a profit and saying, okay, we're done with the dog breeding business. Like we're just done. So I'm not going to throw anything out there because like you have said that, more details are to come about this agreement. But so, I mean, maybe some of these things that I am kind of wondering about have been worked out, but just not released to the public yet. But I just think that, you just don't wake up and say, all right, we'll sell our dogs and then that's it. Like after fighting against this for so long. So I'm just saying that there has to be more to it.
So there will be a news conference at 11 a.m. today, and in that one we'll hear from Big Dog Ranch Rescue and for the Center for a Humane Economy. And you would imagine that as soon as this is announced officially that you're going to start seeing these dogs taken out of there.
Yeah.
And that could happen in a matter of days. Yeah. Just getting, I mean, the cost of continuing to operate with all these animals is also pricey. So you're going to start moving on it.
Yeah, and the optics looks great when you have video of these dogs being removed, and that was the goal for these activists, since day one. And so,
who's going to be the happiest? Who's going to be the sheriff?
Oh
yeah, my gosh!
Like,
thank
look,
you.
I am done with this. Right?
Get out, take the dogs with you. Don't come back. 8:18 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Hi, Debbie Lazagon.
Hello. Yeah. Well, we got slow speeds out there for sure. Northbound 894. We got backups coming up from just before Beloit Road up to just past National Avenue. More delays then from Mayfair Road all the way up to Appleton Avenue. Southbound slowing down from Good Hope Road down to Capitol. Eastbound 94. Everything's keeping well contained within the area from 76th Street to about I'd say 35th Street, the westbound side, 35th to Hawley Road. So we're doing okay there. Typical, actually. Southbound 43, a little heavy south of Silver Spring down towards Burleigh. Northbound just starting to slow it a little bit right past North Avenue. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Give me an extra large deep dish with sausage and green peppers.
Sir, this is Hasselus Mattress.
Throw in some breadsticks, too.
We don't have breadsticks.
Oh, well, give me some of them mozzarella sticks, then.
We don't sell pizza. We sell mattresses from Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, and more for way less.
I think I've got a coupon somewhere.
You won't need a coupon for these everyday deals. Others sell a Beauty Sleep by Beauty Rest Queen Elm Cove A mattress for $1,459. But Hasselus has it for just $794.
Running any specials?
Yes. Through Monday, get an additional $248 off your new Beauty Rest or Sealy Posturepedic mattress just for shopping local.
Do you deliver? sir.
Free next day delivery and haul away of your old mattress.
Great. Step on it, will you? I'm really hungry.
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hassleist.com.
You know, I mean, your home is about as personal as it gets, right?
We want to build a relationship with homeowners, not only educating them, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us.
Yeah, the interview goes both ways.
Mhm.
Getting to know people while also serving them. It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
Besides that, it's just the right thing to do. See how Big Fish Contracting is renovating homes and redeeming an industry at bigfishcontracting.com.
Fishing season kicks off this weekend. Are you ready to hit the water? Stop into MW Marine and check out the brand new 2026 Lund, Ranger, and Vexus boats, all powered by Mercury Outboards. Start your boat shopping now and lock in a great deal so you're ready when summer hits. MW Marine takes trades, offers full boat service, plus outdoor storage to keep your rig in top shape. Call now to schedule a private appointment or stop in today. MW Marine.
Is your life stuck in constant stress mode? Headaches, poor sleep, constant tension. Vince Vitrano for Connect Chiropractic, my team that can help, not just mask symptoms, but find the root cause. Connect Chiro specializes in neurologically focused chiropractic care, helping your nervous system function the way it's designed so your body can heal, adapt, and perform at its best. Helping our community live healthier, more energized lives. Go connectchiro.com.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix It Show with David Nason featuring this week's guests, Trees on the Move and Abby Home. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. Yet at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
Traffic is sponsored by the amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
The Mineshaft Restaurant in Hartford Mother's Day brunch is all you can eat and super affordable. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat free. Google, call, and reserve today.
8:22 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Got a text from Vince this morning. I'm going to have to ask him about the gas price situation down by him. He's heading south to pick up his daughter from college for the year. And what a time to be doing a road trip.
Oh, boy. You didn't know you had to take out a loan just for gas, right?
So as of now, we've been following, obviously, the gas prices all morning long. We're going to see what the markets do here at the bottom of the hour. We'll get you a live update as soon as they come down just to see what happens there. Stock futures are up at the moment, but we did have oil prices of $126 a barrel at one point overnight, and then that was anticipated, and then the gas surge was anticipated. So we do expect gas prices could go up another dime or two even today. So we're keeping an eye on that. We'll continue to follow that, but do not be shocked if you see a well over $4 a gallon for a regular unleaded when you're hitting the gas pump today. Also, plenty of other things taking place
happening today.
Thursday. President Trump will be briefed on military options in Iran, we are told today, as they continue to try to figure out what to do at the Strait. Pete Hegseth, meanwhile, the defense secretary, he did appear before a congressional committee on Wednesday. He's going to do so again today. And you can imagine that all things Iran and how much that's costing and all that will come up.
Got intense yesterday, too.
Also, the king leaves today. King Charles and the Queen and their visit to the U.S. this morning. In fact, there's a formal goodbye that's going to take place. You wonder at some point, when you're here this long, as the host is the White House, and they're like, okay, thank you. It's really time to go. You know how that is when you have guests at your house. It's like at some point you're like looking at your watch like, all right.
Will you look at the time?
Boy,
don't you have somewhere to be?
It'd really be nice if you guys could leave a day early if you want. You just get tired of that like at some point.
Because there's so many things that go into the Minarch visiting.
Yes,
it's not
that's true.
just the security, just the rigmarole of everything. And you're right. It's like that unwelcome guest or the guest that wore out their welcome.
Right.
It's like, hey man, it might be time for you to make a move here.
Here locally at home, the rest of the metal detectors will finally be installed at the Kenosha schools that are getting them. That was something that was decided upon earlier this year. Kenosha, only one of a handful of school districts across the country doing metal detectors at the high schools there. We also have takeover conversation taking place today. You know how we've had the takeover issue with the young kids and young drivers and young adults causing issues where they take pictures of the fireworks they're shooting off. They do donuts and block intersections randomly in Milwaukee. Well, the Public Safety and Health Committee is going to meet today, and they're going to hear from MPD. The item reads this way on the agenda: communication from the Milwaukee Police Department and the Department of Community Wellness and Safety relating to their response to vehicular street takeovers. We've heard from the cops on this before. There's only so much you can do. Obviously, you can slap fines, you can make threats for, what the guidelines are and what the accountability will be. But when it's already happened, sometimes it's tough for cops to just roll in there and try to put a stop to it because of the danger aspect. It's not necessarily safe. So we expect to hear a little bit more on what they can do after it started, but hopefully what also can be done to prevent it.
Yeah,
that's going to take place.
But the other good thing about this is the fact that every report says these takeovers don't last that long. It's usually like a half hour, 45 minutes where they will get into an intersection. They will do their social media grouping or texting or whatever to have everyone meet. And then they dismantle. A lot of times they dismantle as soon as they see the police. But that's tough when you have these groups that are planning these things. And I mean, unless you find a way to figure out how they are planning it, it's really tough to just ride around and figure out where they're going to be.
Also happening today, 794 will be discussed. So we told you about how the state's going to hold like an informational meeting today for the public. They have one today downtown here, and then they have another one in a couple of days in St. Francis. So what do you do with 794? Something's got to be done. They're going to make a decision next year. But the idea is, okay, do we tear down 794, that stretch there just east of the Marquette interchange? Not the Hone. We're talking about just that stretch right here that separates 3rd Ward from downtown. What do you do with that area? They say if it's taken down, it could create nearly $500 million in development. But that would take many years to get to that point. But it could also increase traffic congestion and car crashes, even deadly car crashes. According to the Journal Sentinel, the Journal Sentinel's Tom Dakin got his hands on some of this study before it's unveiled to the public. So that's among the issues they got to figure out. Okay, well, if we do this, there's potential for new jobs, new tax revenue. There's also a potential for more traffic issues, and in this case, more traffic crashes because of the congestion that they would expect would run through there if 794 was no longer there.
Yeah, Eric, is going to be a cause and effect, and you got to know there's going to be some consequences if you decide to get rid of it.
Yep. It's 8:28. All that and more coming up on Wisconsin's Morning News.
WTMJ's Julia Fellow at the City of Hope Cancer Center in Zion. A major study is now underway, this National Minority Cancer Awareness Month, aimed at saving lives by understanding why Black women face higher cancer death rates. Dr. Allison Murray says she sees this disparity every day.
Black women develop more aggressive types of cancer.
A historic study is now underway by the American Cancer Society to enroll Black women who have never been diagnosed with cancer before. Dr. Murray believes it will help researchers better understand what is driving the gap.
We need to bring more women into studies so we can make sure that the studies have results that are applicable. And if we could get 100,000 women's experiences, and maybe we can actually turn the tide in what we know about cancer.
Which is why access to care is so critical. And from her home in Bayview, Dr. Murray says she can reach City of Hope Cancer Center in under an hour, helping bring leading-edge cancer care closer to Milwaukee area patients.
When a patient comes in and they have all this fear, I don't want to have them walk out with a task list. We take everything off their hands. So we're going to try to get everything done on the same day. And the fact that we have an entire department who's devoted to that is one more thing off their plate. So all they have to do is show up.
That can mean coordinating appointments, imaging, and specialists quickly.
While patients are on site, still here, not having to travel back and forth more often than is necessary. And knowing that the cancer's out of your body sooner, that makes a real difference for the emotional well-being of our patients.
And hopefully, with the study the City of Hope Cancer Center is helping advance, fewer women will have to face cancer in the future. The study is called Voices of Black Women. It is non-invasive, with participants completing surveys about twice a year as researchers track their health over the long term. Because understanding more today could help save lives in the future. City of Hope Cancer Center, just south of the state line in Zion, Illinois, is part of a national system advancing cutting-edge treatment and research. Visit cityofhope.org. That's cityofhope.org.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. America's economy speeding up. New numbers in this morning from the Commerce Department shows gross domestic product rising at a 2% pace in the first quarter of the year. Meanwhile, the number of Americans filing for unemployment help tumbled last week, down by 26,000. Louisiana's governor is reportedly set to delay next month's primary vote to allow lawmakers to redraw the state's congressional map after the Supreme Court ruled the state's second black majority district was created by illegally using race. ABC's Devin Dwyer says the court's ruling also weakens the Voting Rights Act.
They really raised the bar to make it much harder now to challenge election maps all around the country if they dilute the influence of minority voters and sideline minority voters.
Maine's Governor Janet Mills has suspended her bid for Senate weeks before the Democratic primary, and Pentagon Chief Pete Hegseth back on Capitol Hill for what's expected to be a second day of sharp questions. This is ABC News.
We've got delays along northbound 4394 right around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. Southbound 43 is backing up from before Hampton all the way down towards Locust. Westbound 94 heavy from 35th Street to Hawley Road. After that, you're good to go into Waukesha County. On the eastbound side is slowing down from 70th Street all the way through to 35th. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Dense fog advisory for another half hour or so. A chance for hit and miss showers as well today. Partly sunny, a high of 47. It's going to get pretty chilly tonight. Maybe even some patchy frost. A low of 37. Right now, it's 43 at 8:32. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, Milwaukee leaders are eyeing new security measures for downtown and its entertainment districts.
The trend we're on with the violence on Water Street is very, very concerning.
The resolution from Alderman Bob Bauman would bring multiple city agencies to the table to discuss possible safety measures for multiple areas, including Water and Brady Streets, following recent concerns about large crowds and violence.
If the perception takes hold that downtown is somehow unsafe and dangerous, that perception will be very difficult to dislodge.
Bauman says some options could include security fences, crowd limits, and other restrictions. Those discussions would happen over the next few months. No final plan has been approved. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Headaches for Wisconsin drivers heading to the gas pump. As of this morning, AAA says the average price for a gallon of unleaded gas is $4.20 in Milwaukee County. But many residents are seeing prices even higher than that. Fans telling us a station near 60th and Burleigh was sitting at $4.79. Industry experts say refinery issues and rising oil prices are to blame.
Governor Evers is asking for federal help after the recent storms and flooding across the area. Governor is requesting FEMA to assist with its formal damage assessment. It's a key step toward qualifying for federal disaster aid. Initial reviews show the damage may be beyond what the state can handle on its own.
Another Wisconsin lawmaker is stepping down. Republican State Senator Andre Jock says he will not seek re-election after 2 terms in office. His decision means 6 of the chamber's 18 GOP members will retire at the end of this session.
The Milwaukee Public School Board reelects Missy Zambor as board president. She will serve her second term as president after a unanimous vote. She's been on the board since 2023. Time now for News About Your Money and the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Things looking really good on Wall Street as the bell has rung. Dow opening higher as GPD data shows the U.S. economy is growing. So here's what we got. The Dow starting the day up 286, the NASDAQ up 74, and the S&P is up 16. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. 8:34 traffic is brought to you by Groundmasters. See all their commercial services at groundmasters.com.
Top quality snow removal in winter is now adding beautiful green lawns in summer. One name that does it all. Winter Services is now Groundmasters, offering year-round commercial outdoor property management. See all their commercial services at groundmasters.com.
Coming up, an everyday hero that'll give you hope.
At Gruber Law Offices, our biggest priority is the care and service we provide to our clients. We know accidents can be overwhelming, and we're here to help every step of the way. Call now. One call, that's all.
So I was talking with another real estate agent who has been in the business even longer than I have, with a couple of other big-name companies. He was talking about how it's tough to compete with us because we have good agents and we charge less commission. And he even said that he lost a few listings to us, and it always bothered him because he realized that he was doing everything that we were doing, but he was charging more. We do charge less, and we do everything that a full-service agency does because we are full-service real estate agents. The only difference is we give you our very best commission rate up front. You do pay for what you get. And with Century 21 Benefit Realty for 1.9% on the listing side of your home, with a cap of $19,000 commission on any size home, you can get full-service experienced agents, MLS marketing, professional photos, even virtual walkthroughs, and everything you get from any other big-name agent, all under the umbrella of the Century 21 brand. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
If you've been dreaming about refreshing a room or even your whole home, Steinhoffels can make it so much easier. With their Decorating Solutions program, you'll work with a designer who really listens, understands your style, and helps create a space you truly love. They can guide you on colors, layouts, furniture, even those little finishing touches that make a room feel completely yours. So if you're ready to fall in love with your home all over again, check out Steinhoffel's Decorating Solutions today.
Gene Miller here for my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. As the days get longer and Wisconsin weather shifts, it's a good time to check your home's comfort. If your house felt drafty this winter, it may be time for an upgrade. Hometown offers energy-efficient windows and doors from Bella, Marvin, Anderson, and more. All on display in their New Berlin showroom, all installed by Hometown employee carpenters. Wood, vinyl, or Fibrex, they have options for every budget. Call my friends today at Hometown Windows and Doors. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need.
Time to celebrate another everyday hero. An everyday hero is when Wisconsin's Morning News identifies and honors average Johns and Jane Does who had no idea when they got up one morning they'd be saving a life. Everyday Hero is sponsored by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. Azura Memory Care. Today, Telly, we head to Hancock County, Mississippi. Bus driver Leah Taylor. She was busy doing her gig. She was driving home the Hancock middle schoolers, a bunch of sixth graders on board, heading home for the day. And she started to feel faint. Something wasn't right. She just wasn't feeling well.
I had a medical emergency, and the students stepped up when I passed out driving the bus.
Yeah. She passed out driving the bus. You heard Taylor right there. So she was telling her story to WLOX News Now. So she passes out. The bus is still going.
She kind of sort of like fell over, like flopped over, and everyone started like standing up.
That's sixth grader Mackenzie Finch there describing the dire situation. So here's the incredible part of the story, the part of the story that gives you hope, if you will. A handful of students all acted on instinct. Mackenzie was among these 5 students who came from like opposite ends of the bus, working together to help the situation. Jackson Casnave, he was one of them. He kept the bus on the road.
I saw that the bus was veering off to the side, then I grabbed the wheel.
Meanwhile, Leah, the bus driver, she's busy bobbing in and out, right? She's kind of wake up. She's in and out of consciousness. Bus is still moving. Darius Clark, listens to what this grader does, this sixth grader. He took care of the moving bus.
So she passed out again, and then the bus started rolling forward. And I mean, it started to like gain speed, so I didn't know it had air brakes. So whenever I clicked the brakes, it about threw me out the windshield.
That kid clearly knew how to operate.
I don't even know what air brakes are.
I was like, yeah, that kind of threw me. I wasn't expecting that when I was clicking the brakes. But hey, good on you, Darius. Another girl calls 911 to get the authorities to find them. Meanwhile, Destiny Cornelius, she shows up and she helps with the bus driver's medicine.
I saw her medication in her hand and I saw like her reaching for it. I knew like that's what she needed.
So these sixth graders all working together to stop the bus, help the driver, call the police, and it's all caught on video because many of these buses have videos now, video cameras. So you can see it. It's amazing. It's on the website, or just text the word HERO to the WTMJ Siding Unlimited talk and text line. We'll send it to you, 855-616-1620. It turns out that bus driver Leah was having an asthma attack. Thankfully, she's okay.
They saved my life.
She says they saved her life. Imagine had those students not been there, both for this driver and for the other kids on the bus.
I'm very proud of them. I couldn't ask for any better students than my students on my bus. I love every single one of them.
How about that? Clearly the feeling is mutual. These kids made sure to take care of this bus driver. Thank you, Mackenzie, Jackson, Destiny, Darius. You are all everyday heroes. You should get the next day off, or at least get an A for something.
Absolutely.
Everyday Hero, sponsored by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. All right, Debbie Lozigan.
Things still slow on 4394 northbound coming out of the Mitchell interchange around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. Southbound on 43 backing up from Hampton all the way down towards Locust. We've got southbound 41 also heavy from Good Hope Road all the way to Capitol. Northbound's backed up from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh, back on the brakes from Capitol all the way up to Appleton Avenue. I'm Debbie Loziga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Matt Arnold of your Milwaukee Brewers joins us next.
Here's to sweet summer days together with friends and family in Wisconsin. To discovering magic in every moment.
Hey, Mom, over here.
And to reconnecting through a world filled with wonder.
Wow.
Here's to supper club celebrations and dancing until the sun goes down. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your summer getaway at travelwisconsin.com.
Hey everybody, Debbie Loziga here for Access Legal. I see firsthand how hard Wisconsin workers push themselves. From construction crews on the roads I monitor every day to the countless jobs that just strain the body over time. And for many, that wear and tear turns into real pain. Well, my friends at Access Legal understand what you're going through and they want to help. Their team has recovered more than $35 million for Wisconsin workers, and they'll fight for the benefits you're entitled to as well. Are you worn down by work? Contact Access Legal for a risk-free consultation. That's AXIS Legal.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
President of Baseball Operations and General Manager Matt Arnold.
No, we don't talk a ton of Star Wars in the clubhouse.
I bet you if there are any of the guys in your dugout who would be more interested in Star Wars night than others.
Total nerds.
This is Brewers 360.
My guess would probably be Mizorowski, to be honest. But
Man, I hope you're right. That'd be great.
Brewers 360, sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited in Cannon and Dumphy. Matt Arnold, President of Baseball Operations and General Manager of your Milwaukee Brewers. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Great. Doing wonderful this morning. So we see that Jackson Churio had a couple of walks. Andrew Vaughn went 1 for 3 as they're back doing the rehab. Were you following closely what they were doing last night?
Yes. Definitely. I mean, we had a busy night with a bunch of stuff going on, but yeah, we were all following, and it's just great to see those guys coming back, and they're so excited to be back and just be part of this team, and those are huge pieces that we've been missing for a while now, and yeah, it was great to see those guys get hit the ground running out there, and yeah, hope to get them back really soon.
Is it more for them or is it for you guys? Like, are you watching for something in particular that you need to see as they're doing these rehab, or is it more for them just to kind of like get their legs underneath them?
Yeah, it's absolutely for them. We want to see them just get reps and get built up. There were obviously you want to have them see live pitching to the extent that they can replicate the environment here in the major leagues. And then the other part of that is just building up a foundation underneath them physically. Jackson Churio had some hamstring issues in the past, and we just want to make sure, he's built up with his lower half too. It's not just the hand, it's just about getting the reps on the field as well for both of them.
Matt, what can you say about the group that has been on the field being able to do what they've done with all the injuries you all have dealt with this early season?
Yeah, a really huge credit to all the guys in the clubhouse that have stepped up. I mean, there are so many guys that, when we've had injuries throughout the course of the time that I've been here, there are just a number of guys that have been able to step up and do really well and play big roles for us. And like we've talked about for a long time, it's not just one player. It's different than the NBA or other sports where at times where one player can carry you. It really is a team sport, and you got to have contributions from up and down the lineup every day.
Trying to think of different quotes or things that players have said over the years on the field that have caught my attention or were surprising. I think Chad Patrick the other day saying, "I can't see." It has to be on the short list. What happened there? Is he good?
Oh yeah, he's fine. I mean, a lot of these guys handle stress a little bit differently, and I think honestly, it sounds like he might have just stood up too quickly, and been a little foggy. But we've had all kinds of guys. Adrian Hauser got sick on the mound. There are things like that just that happen. But the guys are nervous, and I think and sometimes if they're nervous, that's a good thing. It's because they really, really care.
Have you ever been surprised? Anything that someone has said that's happened or how they're feeling? You're like, whoa, wait, how did this happen?
Oh, all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's every day, but that's what makes it that's what makes it fun and really, really unique.
Matt, did you get kind of a chuckle out of everyone making a big deal about the Brewers bunting a lot? Because to me, it just seemed like, okay, you're doing what you got to do to put runs on the board and win. And I know everyone knows that the home run ball is sexy, it is cool, but I mean, a good team know how to win in multiple facets, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a great point. And one of the things that you saw the other night, we scored 8 runs in an inning and didn't hit a home run there. And it's just certainly there are different ways to score runs, and our guys have just found ways to scrap and claw and do what they can to get on base. And like you said, the bunt's a big part of our game, and we have a lot of guys that can really run. And so when at the appropriate times, we're going to try to use that whenever we can.
Need to mention Angel Zerpa going down on the 15th day. This sounds like this could be a tough one for him.
Yeah, still trying to evaluate it. He's going to get a second opinion on this, certainly. But yeah, we want to make sure that he's in good hands. And obviously we traded for him and we care about him. I mean, he's a great person, and we're really happy to have him. And what we saw out of him in the WBC was electric, and so we're just hoping that he's healthy first and foremost, but we'll take a look at that. And then on the flip side, we were able to bring up somebody like Brian Fitzpatrick to make his major league debut last night, and what a great story for him, and just an incredible job he did in a really, really tough situation last night.
Brewers President of Baseball Operations, Matt Arnold, joining us on Wisconsin's Morning News. Matt, did you happen to see, we've been talking about this all week long, this little girl who had her ball stolen from her from the fan at the Guardians game?
I did see that, and that guy, he should. Yeah, that's bad karma, dude. That's really bad karma.
Hey, Matt, when you are the general manager and you are actually you're at the game and you see this and you have the power to make it right, do you feel like I got to do something here? I got to make sure that this little girl get a ball or something. Like, does the pressure kind of fall on you a little bit?
Well, look, I mean, we have a lot of people that care, and certainly, I mean, if I saw something like that, we would make sure we'd try to make it right. I mean, that's important. I mean, at the same time, it's hard to do that, in one-off cases and for everybody, but certainly something like that in that situation,
right?
Man, your heart goes out to that girl and her family. Like, oh my gosh, that's something we want to try to help out with.
We should point out that guy did eventually give them the ball. I think that's getting forgotten.
No one cares about that, man. The damage is done.
Certainly was. Yeah, he's going to have to live with that, so that's on him.
Well, you can take the series this afternoon, Brewers and Diamondbacks. Really appreciate you, Matt.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
Brewers 360 is Matt Arnold, the president of baseball operations for the Crew. Day Baseball, right here on WTMJ. Hi, Debbie Lazga.
Hey there. We do have a little bit of a backup right now, eastbound on 94, coming in from about 70th Street all the way through the stadium interchange to 35th, westbound from 35th Street to Mitchell, before slowing down right around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Everyone wants us to build an awesome backyard space. The trend has been people asking about how they'll use the space. The requests are, we want an outdoor space to relax and read, for yoga, a fitness area, to watch baseball on TV. And my latest and favorite, can you build me a golf simulator? Yes to all of it. We can build that covered structure for any of your dream ideas. We'll be creative and make it look amazing. You get to enjoy the space any way you want, getting fit, relaxing, or hitting a driver literally off your deck. For that amazing outdoor space, go to OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Pat Dunphy from the law firm of Cannon and Dunphy.
Cannon and Dunphy is more than just a team of lawyers. We're people who support our communities. We coach the Little League. We support nonprofits like the Hunger Task Force, the Legal Aid Society of Milwaukee, and the Guest House of Milwaukee, an organization dedicated to solving root causes of homelessness. Bottom line is, Cannon and Dunphy lawyers are working to make our communities better places to live, work, and play for everyone.
We Energies want you to keep this important safety message in mind. Before you start digging, planting, or landscaping on your property, call 811 to have underground utilities marked. Calling 811 at least 3 business days before you plan to dig will help you know what's below and can prevent a hazardous situation. Our representatives will mark the underground utilities on your property for free. So remember, stay safe and call before you dig.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
The Milwaukee Auto Show is back. Bolder and better. At its new location, you'll see the newest everyday favorites, sleek luxury cars, rugged trucks, and fuel-efficient hybrids for more than 25 brands. Plus, test drive several new models right at the show. Bring the family, invite your friends. There's fun for all ages. Kids 12 and under are free. The Milwaukee Auto Show, the 14th through the 17th at Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center with discounted parking. Tickets at autoshowmilwaukee.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. Looking to plan that next trip in our great state? We have got you covered. Whether it's a family vacation, maybe a romantic getaway, how about a spa weekend for the ladies or a golf weekend for the guys? Check out Experience Wisconsin, 1 o'clock Saturdays on WTMJ. On this week's show, going to be a good one, the Wisconsin Historical Society, focusing on Old World Wisconsin, and the Northwoods, Rhinelander, Lauren Sackett, Rhinelander. It is Experience Wisconsin, Saturdays at 1 on WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Eric and Telly on Wisconsin's Morning News. Telly in for Vince, who's picking up his kid down south. Lots to get to in the final hour of the program. There's been a lot of conversation about the leaves situation and what Milwaukee residents are now going to be asked to do when it comes to clearing leaves, and that is sparking a lot of concern and frustration with a lot of people. We'll get into that. Plus, there was something else that the aldermen that were in the Public Works Committee said on Wednesday that's getting a lot of attention. We're going to dig into that as well. What that could mean for the entertainment district. We'll get into that. Meanwhile, there's a movie coming out this weekend that is expected to really jumpstart the summer movie season.
I'm going to make something of this job. You could write a book. The definitive Miranda Priestley expose. Wait. I hope that's not what you're wearing to the dinner. That's all.
Yep. Devil Wears Prada Part 2 is out. So Deadline says this sequel is expected to make $80 million at the domestic box office opening weekend. That's and nearly $100 million worldwide. That would be considered a big win especially these days when it comes to movies coming out. They don't usually, plus a dramedy like this necessarily wouldn't be a huge sell, but it's expected to do well. The plot, basically, this is a 20 years after Miranda and Andy were friends. Now they're back and they don't like each other still, and they're trying to save Runway magazine. So that's basically the plot I'm going to give you. So I'm always curious about when you do a movie like this 20 years later, what is that going to look like as far as the actual performance of the film? Sometimes these films are just thrown together really well, and sometimes they're very poorly done just as a cash grab, right?
Yeah. And I also think, too, the key to the success is making sure that you pay homage to the first movie, but don't just string out that storyline. Okay. And so you add something new, but you also make sure that the established characters are still, maintaining their storyline. Like, for example, I thought Coming to America 2 was really good. They did a good job of combining the old and incorporating kind of a new storyline. But with movies and movie critics, they're always going to find what's wrong with it as opposed to what's right with it.
Let's see what they say. So Googled it up here. Let's see. Hollywood Reporter says Hathaway is effortlessly charming in the role. All 4 leads step back into their characters' shoes with ease and swan around in fabulous looks. Okay. New Yorker says Devil Wears Prada Part 2 gives the decline of magazines the glossy treatment because it has to do with the end of an era with these magazines. So, that one still sounds okay. Devil Wears Prada 2 review from the Variety says hotly anticipated sequel is breezily diverting fan service, and that's all. All right, that doesn't sound like
I don't even know what that means. Am I supposed to feel good or bad about that?
Deadline says the movie is more... Okay, here it is. More is less in Miranda Priestley's underwhelming return. So more is less, meaning they really ramp into it, I'm assuming, and it's no good. The movie would be highly fashionable, says USA Today, but this breezy Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep sequel is heck of a journalism movie. Okay, so it has to do with journalism now. Final one here from the New Yorker. Devil Wears Prada 2 is selling a truckload of preposterous goods, but it sells them awfully well. So I would interpret all of these as basically meaning that if you like the first one, you'll probably enjoy the second one just as much. So.
Yeah.
But here we go. It's expected to do very well because the movie industry is back, baby. Kelly's going to be first in line, bringing the girls.
We'll see.
8:57 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
I ain't scared of no cameras.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Generac Power Systems is hitting the gas, pushing to open its Sussex plant ahead of schedule as it looks to ramp up manufacturing capacity. The move comes as the company closes in on a potential $600 million order from a major data center hyperscaler. Mount Pleasant could be getting a giant new neighbor. The village has approved a $500,000 deal with Danish artist Thomas Dambo, the creator of Wauwatosa's 25-foot troll Mama Rosa. If all goes as planned, Racine County could have its own larger-than-life troll by 2027. And Northwestern Mutual is doubling down on innovation. The insurance giant is putting another $150 million into fintech and insurtech startups, bringing its total venture investment to $350 million. I'm Addison Lathers from MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
Get 0% interest until 2030. Order by April 30th at PellaWI.com. Wisconsin weather doesn't ease you into spring, it keeps you guessing. One day it's sunshine, the next it's wind, rain, or even snow. That's why your windows and doors have to handle everything in every season. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we design with that in mind. Built for durability, efficiency, and year-round comfort. And right now, we're making that comfort easier to afford. Order today and get 0% interest until 2030. Not just for a short time, no interest all the way until 2030. So you can upgrade your home now and pay over time without even paying a dime in interest. From your free in-home consultation to expert installation, Pella's local team is with you every step, helping you find the right fit for your home, your style, and your budget. Plus, with our 10-year limited warranty, you'll have peace of mind long after installation date. No interest until 2030. but only if you order by April 30th. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 4/30/2026.
Hey, Mother's Day is almost here. You don't want to forget your mom, that's for sure. WTMJ's John Mercure here. I've got a great way for you to remember her. I recommend taking your mother and grandmother to the Mine Shaft Family Restaurant in Hartford, the most affordable Mother's Day dining destination for over 50 years. They're going to love the Mine Shaft. The Mother's Day brunch is all you can eat and under $26. You're going to pay a lot more everywhere else. It's every dish your mom loves for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, including a delicious beef brisket and a huge homemade dessert table. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat for free. They can safely play in the world-class game room, quietly tucked away from the dining area. The Mine Shaft is very affordable and always family-friendly. Your mom can relax with a Bloody Mary, a mimosa, or a nice glass of wine. You'll not spend a lot of money on Mother's Day at the Mine Shaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford. It's great food. It's big value. Google, call, and reserve your Mother's Day table today for this very special family holiday.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
I have had it with these monkey-fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
They put all these snakes on a plane just to get sent back without a bite.
He brings home the pitch, and Gary, a fly ball left field. This is deep, Benintendi back. High baseball. The Kraken strikes.
The Brewers take on the Diamondbacks today at American Family Field. Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts at 12:05. We are the home of the Brewers. 620 WTMJ Milwaukee.
9:01, this is Wisconsin's Morning News for Thursday, April 30th. I'm Eric Bilstead. Our top story, a turning point in the Ridgeland Farms case.
I'm Telly Hughes, and for Vince Vitrano, prices continue to climb at the pump.
Got a chance for hit and miss showers today. Partly sunny, a high of 47. Tonight, patchy frost and a low of 37. Right now it's 46. And 9:02 from the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Big development in the Ridgeland Farms case out of Dane County. The breeding and research facility tells WTMJ that it has reached an agreement to sell a substantial majority of its dogs to groups that had offered to buy them.
Ridgeland Farms confirmed the sale of the beagles as a man who organized efforts to break into the facility was wrapping up his preliminary hearing. Wayne Shung upon hearing the news.
For 20 years, I and my friends have been arrested, jailed, and now assaulted merely for trying to give aid to these animals. And hope has been hard to find. And if these animals get out, for one, just as a pure economic matter, this is the end of the industry.
Shung also revealed he plans to represent himself in court. Ridgeland Farms still denies any abuse. Jessica Ty, WTMJ News.
We'll learn more about the future of these dogs later this morning.
Wisconsin drivers are feeling the pain as gas prices continue to soar.
You're not alone. As of this morning, AAA says the average price for a gallon of unleaded is $4.20 in Milwaukee County, but many residents telling us they're seeing prices even higher than that. One person reporting a station near 60th and Burleigh sitting at $4.79 as of this morning. Industry experts say refinery issues and rising oil prices are to blame, and many believe prices will continue to climb this week across the Great Lakes. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Happening today, more testimony from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth on Capitol Hill addressing the war in Iran.
Tomorrow will mark the end of the 60 days that allows U.S. presidents to conduct military operations without congressional authorization or begin withdrawing them. The president must either present a case that he needs more time to withdraw U.S. forces or seek congressional approval to continue the conflict.
ABC's Martha Raddatz. The president is expected to get an update on strategy options in Iran later today.
The latest Supreme Court ruling could have an impact on the upcoming midterm elections and beyond. The court ruled Louisiana's congressional map with 2 majority black districts is illegal because it relied too much on race to draw the lines.
They're going to file a bunch of lawsuits to try to stop this in those individual states. Second, a bunch of Democrats have said, you want to redraw the maps in those Republican-controlled southern states? Well, introduce you to California, Illinois, New York, Colorado, places like that. You want to redraw there? we've got more seats in those states, and we could potentially redraw those.
That's CBS News senior political correspondent Ed O'Keefe. The Supreme Court decision weakens the landmark 1965 Voting Rights Act.
The city of Milwaukee is doing away with a long-time practice in response to the recent flooding.
Beginning this fall, people living in the city must start putting leaves in bags for pickup rather than raking them into the street. Public Works Commissioner Gerald Kruschke says it will aim to keep leaves from clogging drains, which did factor into floods this month.
I can't say that it wasn't all leaves, but the majority of what we've seen in most of the parts of our neighborhoods were a lot of litter. The least amount of material we can have between the curb lines is a win.
DPW is also facing an ongoing workforce shortage, including 270 current vacancies. Kruschke admits it has the department stretched thin. At City Hall, Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
A man is arrested in Milwaukee for allegedly hitting someone with his car on purpose. Police say the 30-year-old suspect intentionally struck a person near 35th and Villard around 1 a.m. Wednesday. The 39-year-old victim was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Criminal charges for the suspect are pending.
Olympian Lindsey Vonn hopes to ski again after she broke her leg in the Winter Games.
Vaughn almost lost her left leg. 8 surgeries later, she told CBS Mornings,
I feel a lot better. It's been a hard road.
Vaughn spent 2 weeks in a hospital bed and 6 weeks in a wheelchair. She hopes to walk up the steps at Monday's Met Gala without any crutches. Her father has said he doesn't want her skiing again.
My dad jumped the gun. If you know, he should know by now that if you tell me not to do something, I'm going to do it.
Vaughn says even if she can't race again,
you'll see me skiing one way or another.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
News about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Mixed bag at the moment on Wall Street. The Dow is up 397, the NASDAQ off 40, and the S&P is up 6. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 9:06.
Recently, a seller that unfortunately ended up choosing another agent called me. She said she made a mistake, and what she was expressing to me sounded like she kind of was bullied into signing with him. Is it typical? Not always, but it will never happen when you hire a Century 21 Benefit Realty agent. I want our agents to be able to look in the mirror and say, I'd want to work with me, not because they're good at saying what you want to hear or offer the lowest commission, but because of trust. Because if you're not feeling that from your agent, that's a problem. And I don't want that. At 1.9% on the listing side of your sale with our commission capped at $19,000, Century 21 Benefit Realty leads with a very fair and transparent commission structure with maximum marketing that can get your home sold fast and for the best price. And saving money matters, but working with someone who will tell you exactly what you need to know up front, that creates trust. And that matters too. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
There's not a bad time to better insulate your home, but there is a better time, and it's right now. Vince Vitrano here just talked with Jeff from USA Insulation. Jeff says they always get busy in the fall and early winter as everyone's concerned about keeping their houses warm. But doing a project with USA Insulation does just as well to keep your house cooler in the summer months and saving you money on your electric bills. Tell Jeff Vinny told you want the government rebates and discounts that can save you thousands on your project. Get started at usainsulation.net.
You ever see the sign above the highway? The number of people that have been killed on the road? My wife, my son, and my unborn child were killed by a distracted driver. They were more than just a number.
Your phone isn't worth it. Buckle up, phone down. Brought to you by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
Time for a WTMJ Sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Diamondbacks hit 4 home runs and beat the Brewers 6-2 last night at American Family Field. Brewers manager Pat Murphy on the MLB debut for Brian Fitzpatrick.
Couldn't be more thrilled for the kid to come in and face the hitters that he faced, to face some of the best hitters in the league, to come in and face those guys and do the job that he did, give up 2 scratch hits and get 4 outs for us.
The rubber matchup is this afternoon. Brandon Woodruff gets the start for Milwaukee, a 12:40 first pitch. Our coverage starting just after the 12 o'clock news on WTMJ. And the rival to the PGA Tour could be closing up shop.
Saudi-backed Live Golf is losing its funding from the Gulf States Public Investment Fund, according to the Wall Street Journal. Several prominent Live Golf players have applied for reinstatement to the PGA Tour, but the process is not automatic, and reinstatement could carry severe financial fines and forfeiture of equity stakes. Greg Matzik, WTMJ News.
Live Golf was founded in October of 2021 with Greg Norman as its CEO.
WTMJ time saver traffic. Right now, the biggest issue, 94 westbound in Waukesha County. So this is west of Delafield. So past Highway 83, there's an accident. This is like near past C, near County P, if you will. So as you're in the Delafield area, they're heading west. So we have an accident, and the lanes are clear, but you have a tow truck there, flatbed truck. You have cars involved, and they're in the shoulder on both sides. So they're both on the left-hand shoulder and on the right-hand shoulder, and there's squads there as well. And because of that, you just squeeze them through there. So there's nothing really blocked. It's a tough moment because you have all those cars kind of right there on both ends. So you'll get through it, but you'll see some brake lights and some squeezing taking place as you get through that stretch. Elsewhere, just your typical delays because of the road work. You'll see some by the stadium and on 4145 in both directions just north of the zoo.
Here is your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, a chance of hit or miss showers, partly sunny with a high of 47. Tonight, showers ending, mostly cloudy with a low of 37. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and chilly. Slight chance of showers with a high of 47 near the lake, 54 inland. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high reaching 58 inland, 52 near the lake. Sunday, chance of showers, partly sunny, high of 62. Monday, chance of PM showers, partly sunny with a high of 65. In Milwaukee, it's currently 44 degrees. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:11.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Now, here are your hosts, Eric Bilstad and Telly Hughes.
Eric and Telly in for Vince Vitrano. We'll get to the leaves here later on in the hour and what that potentially could mean on how the city's trying to deal with the flooding that they've run into because of the leaf pickup and what they're going to do with the chains there. So we'll get to that. But there was something else that was said during that Public Works Committee hearing on Wednesday that got our attention. Alderman Bob Baunen, he's introducing a file that would begin the study of how feasible a security perimeter would be around downtown entertainment districts and how that would look, maybe near Water Street.
The trend we're on with the violence on Water Street is very, very concerning. If the perception takes hold that downtown is somehow unsafe and dangerous, that perception will be very difficult to dislodge. That could have significant economic impacts on the viability of downtown. And once again, I remind everyone that downtown represents 21% of the city's tax base.
So Bauman says he doesn't know if that a perimeter would actually work or if that's even what he's looking for. His point is, let's just get it out there and start talking about this. So that's what this file would do. It's not making any decisions. It would just help everyone learn more.
What type of equipment would be involved? Who would operate this perimeter? Would it be Milwaukee Police? Would it be contractors? Equally important, who would pay for this? What would be the cost? What are the pros and cons?
The full council will look at this next month. So obviously you're going to hear a lot about this. No doubt there's going to be questions, thoughts. Is this good? Is it not so good? Can we replicate what's happening in other cities? Joining us now on Wisconsin's Morning News is the owner of the Old German Beer Hall on MLK Drive there right across the river. It's Hans Weisgerber. Good morning, Hans.
Good morning, Eric.
Hey, Hans, if Vince were here, he'd want to make sure that we say thank you for the free brats we got. When we stopped by your place earlier this year when you guys were giving away the free brats. So they were delicious.
That was a great Fred Usinger Day celebration.
Yes, so thank you for those. Okay, so obviously you are not a rookie when it comes to what goes on downtown and some of the challenges, but also many of the benefits that take place when you have Water Street and then, of course, across the river there by you guys. What say you? Is the idea of a feasibility study looking into some type of permanent/temporary perimeter something worth considering?
Well, the idea of the perimeter is, I guess, not a great idea in my mind. But I understand what the alderman is looking for here. We need some solutions to make sure that our entertainment districts are safe, secure, and really they are safe and secure. There are some bad things that do happen from time to time, and those are individual bad actors, and they need to be prosecuted, and there needs to be a presence to where people who want to do these kind of things don't show up because they know they're going to get in trouble for being there. But the perimeter ends up penalizing everybody, the business owners, the people coming out, for the actions of the few. And I understand the goal is safety, but I don't know that putting up this perimeter is the answer. And I think that it will have, if we got to that point, I should say that, because I don't know that is where we're at. But I don't think that it will have a positive impact. And I just want to go one step further and say that various community organizations in the downtown area have hired consultancies and they've made recommendations to take to the city, and the city's been involved in this process about how to operate a responsible entertainment district. The Milwaukee Police Department operates a program called Code Red, which stands for Responsible Entertainment District, and there are a number of protocols. A contingency just went to Nashville. The question I have is, why aren't we acting on those recommendations?
Yeah, that's exactly what my next question was going to be, Hans, because Milwaukee isn't the only city that has a business/entertainment district. There's thousands of them across the country. Why can't we just look at other models and try to incorporate it here? I was telling Eric before the show, I went to Louisville last summer, and they had like a security perimeter where once you go through it, you have access to everything downtown, and they seem like they are running pretty smoothly down there. Do you think something like that could be incorporated here in Milwaukee?
Well, what does that look like? I'm not sure. What does it look like in Louisville? I'm not. Is that an 8-foot high?
No. It's not a wall. It's literally like a metal detector kind of walkway through where you just pass through, like almost like TSA. And then once you get in, then everything else is open. It's kind of like how they would just put maybe a metal detector outside of Deer District, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get through it, you're in Deer District, and you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I guess the question is, how do you create the boundary that funnels people into that area that creates the actual secure perimeter? And is there without creating a false sense of security, right? That it's not just for show.
Right. Right, absolutely. But you would think that the way that security was beefed up during the RNC, maybe they could take some of those security methods and continue to use them throughout the year.
Well, so I guess because the issue that I could see business owners, and maybe Hans, you could elaborate on this, like if they were to put up some type of temporary barrier, or I shouldn't say barrier, but like fencing, does that actually keep people in, thus harming other businesses that are outside of that area?
I also think there's among the most law-abiding citizens in the world, there is a reluctance to want to have to go through this process just to go get a drink or to go get a meal. To have to say I have to go through security just to go do these things. People are going to go to other communities, other parts of our city, outlying areas, spend their dollars there because we've taken it too far.
So Bob Bauman has just opened up this file, so to speak. So in layman's terms, this is basically just opening up the idea for them to start talking about it. It sounds like they'll have some more meetings. No decisions have been made. Hans Weisgerber joins us on Wisconsin's Morning News. So knowing that, you picking up the phone, are you going to offer to be involved in this? What would you tell the decision makers?
Well, I'm gonna circle back to my Third Street Association, my Westtown Association, of which I'm a member of, and the Downtown Business Improvement District. And I think we all need to come together as a community and use this opportunity that Bob Bauman has given us to push forward these recommendations from these other communities and from these consultancies and from this. We've spent money on this. We've spent time on this. This is the opportunity to say, these are the real solutions.
The sooner we get to it, the better for everybody, I suppose. What I did appreciate what the council member also said, Hans, was that let's not allow a reputation become a perception, which then becomes, as you know, perception becomes reality, and then that's no good for anybody.
Absolutely not. And I will tell you that I have worked downtown since I was 12 years old, and I have been involved in businesses there all through my adult life. I'm 52 years old now. I've been there. I've seen all different kinds of things come and go. And overwhelmingly, I can still tell you that I do not feel unsafe in the city of Milwaukee. The city of Milwaukee is a very safe city. Are there bad things that happen? There are. But ultimately, it's a safe place to come. There are plenty of business owners down in our city here. Then we are here to serve you. Our employees are here to serve you, and we want you to come to Milwaukee and have a good time.
You still running Estherbrook? When's the beer garden open?
Grand opening tonight, 6:00.
Oh, good timing here.
tapping a keg of Maibach, and there will be free beer from 6 to 7.
Okay, now just the entire city's going to be there. That's awesome. Congratulations.
That's what we hope for.
Yep. Congratulations on another big opening. That's great. Estherbrook Beer Garden.
Thank you. Rain or shine, by the way. We'll be there.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, Hans.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, Eric and Telly.
Hans Weisgerber, the third owner of the Old German Beer Hall, and you heard it right there. Estherbrook Beer Garden opens tonight on Wisconsin's Morning News, 9:21.
At Johnson Financial Group, we know shaping the future of your business takes understanding your landscape. And having a local financial partner makes all the difference. For over 50 years, our commercial banking team has provided expertise to align growth and succession strategies for businesses across Wisconsin. Because businesses that grow here deserve a partner rooted here. Customer focus, community commitment, local partnership. That's Johnson Financial Group. Let's grow here together.
Products and services by Johnson Financial Group Companies. Johnson Bank and Johnson Wealth Incorporated.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. Have you ever thought to yourself, I want my house to look better than it does. I just don't know where to even start or even what to do. Tri-County Contracting can help you with that. They can help you love your home again. They have the design consultants, they've got the showroom, they've got real picture renderings, they've got it all to help turn your home back into your dream home. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. Love your home again with Tri-County Contracting.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
$9:22. You can't hide it, Telly. When you are broadcasting not only over frequency but also on YouTube, you can't hide it. So Telly broke his microphone.
Well, I would say I broke it. I think that it was on its last leg, and I was the one that happened to be sitting here when it happened.
And he thought no one noticed, but of course, Dean, our engineer, he fixed it all. But everyone watching on the YouTubes, they saw it.
Hey, I know, man. You know, but it never happened. It's fixed now.
Hey, so we were talking about the leaves. What were we describing when we talked 10 minutes ago about the leaves in Milwaukee? So the city is doing away with a long-standing practice, and they're doing so because of the flooding that we've had. This all comes to the leaves that fall in the autumn. WTMJ's Adam Roberts explains.
Beginning this fall, people living in the city will be required to rake leaves into bags for pickup, replacing the usual routine of raking them directly into the street for collection by Department of Public Works sweeper cars. Commissioner Gerald Kruschke says it's a necessary change in response to the city's second major flooding event in a year.
We have residual leaves. We have Mother Nature that is constantly affecting the way we do things. So we want to move to a full bagging operation. So that means not pushing leaves into the parking lane, not parking on top of them.
The change follows a fresh round of citywide frustration over flooding's impact on homes, roads, and other infrastructure as a record-setting amount of rain has fallen in Milwaukee this April. Last week, Alderman Bob Bauman criticized DPW's handling of leaf pickup, which Kruschke has defended multiple times. People will have to buy their own bags, striking worry in Alderwoman Charlene Moore, who says residents already pay a lot for services they don't always receive.
Our constituents they're at us, and they are just not happy, because they're being charged so much, and we're going to have to increase charges again.
As for whether people will be quick to adopt to the new policy, Count Bauman a skeptic.
I expect massive noncompliance, especially in neighborhoods dominated by renters.
A public awareness campaign is expected to roll out before the new collection method begins in the fall. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
He's not wrong about the massive noncompliance for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
One, people aren't going to know. You think that everyone knows or everyone's paying attention, and they're not. This is what we've always done. We've raked it into the street. So they're going to do that again. So then you have to figure out, what do you do if someone puts it in the wrong spot?
Right.
Also, there will be many who don't want to pay for the bags.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to make it convenient for people to start doing this because, A, they're not used to doing it, and B, it should be like trash disposal. Like you get trash bins when you move into a house if you're renting or if you own the house because you got to get your trash dumped through the city. So, I mean, why not have this through the city where bags are provided? And if now you do have bags to rake your leaves into and you still choose not to, then that's when maybe fines and other consequences may come into play.
Yeah, we got a text earlier this morning. Morning, Eric and Tully. Those are city trees. Some of them should provide bags if the city owns the trees. And what this texter means by that is that oftentimes, these areas where it's the roadway, and then there's the little grass, and then there's a sidewalk. If that grass generally they're in between the sidewalk and the street in some of those spots, that's technically owned by the city, and they're the ones that plant the trees there and stuff like that. So then our residents can be like, well, those aren't my trees.
Right. No,
you're
is
making
so
me
true.
Buy the bag?
And we laughed at it, but Bob Bauman made a great point, especially in the neighborhoods where there are a lot of renters, because they may feel like, look, that's not my job. I don't own this place. That's the landlord's job. This is his property.
And we do know, we got a text from a landlord who said, I'll be happy to purchase those bags for the renters, but still that's a thing that you're asking a renter now to do.
Yeah, and who may not even own a rake.
Or care about it at all.
Or care about it at all.
So it's obviously that's going to take a lot of work moving forward to get compliance on it. And it's not necessarily because, a lot of people think it's just a bad idea, but say this is what's going to be the way to help everyone, to eliminate the mess, eliminate the potential for snow, then piles that get moved around, then causing flooding. Just to get everyone to realize and get on board with it is going to just take some time.
Yes, we had a couple of texters, Eric, real quick. One said, mulch your leaves when mowing, problem solved.
That was probably Scafidi texting that.
And then someone else said, it's not going to work, just mulch them. So
yeah, that's also Scafidi. Well, and Scafidi's point's always been that you can't expect the city to do everything. And by city, he means any municipality, not just Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Even in Oak Creek where he's at. He's just saying that there's so much that the city can do. At some point, residents have to take the responsibility and mulch their leaves instead of just pushing them all on to the road because it's expensive.
Yeah, but Eric, we could say people may not know about it, but you definitely know about the flooding, and you definitely need to know why we're flooding. So, hey.
9:28 on Wisconsin's Morning News. So much yet to get to here on the program, including the future of those gas prices. How high will they go? Plus everything you got to do this weekend. All that and more coming up.
Burkhart's Sporting Goods in New Berlin is the baseball lover's destination. With a massive state-of-the-art indoor training facility featuring hit tracks with precision analytics, a huge open turf area, and all the best training equipment you need. So get in here and get ready to get better. And we'll help you with this special offer. Buy 20 batting cage credits for $30. That's 25% off. This is Brian Burkhart, and if you love baseball and softball like we do, you can't beat Burkhart. 153rd and National. If you plan on draining buzzer beaters, the place to start is Burkhart, where you'll find a great selection of residential basketball hoops from the best brand, Gorilla. We'll handle the installation and take care of everything to make it easy from start to finish. And right now when you buy from Burkhart, standard hoop installation is half price. You can't beat that. This is Brian Burkhart, and when you love basketball like we do, you can't beat Burkhart.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Chief Homebuyer Helper Brian Wickert. One of our senior loan consultants recently helped their first-time homebuyer client win over 13 other offers. Of course, it was a team effort with their buyer's agent, and it centered around helping our clients understand what little difference there was to their monthly payment to offer over the asking price. And again, what little difference it would make to give the sellers peace of mind that they'd still buy even if the appraisal came in up to $20,000 short. But that's not all. Our consultant also texted and called the listing agent to reinforce how well qualified our buyers were and that they could, in fact, still close even if the appraisal came in low. Your Accunet consultant will help you understand your options so you can decide how aggressive you want to be. Then we do everything possible to help you win. Don't let someone else end up sleeping in your dream home. Know your options and get your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. A key inflation gauge showed that prices jumped to their highest point in 3 years, up 3.5% last month from a year ago. But ABC's Jim Ryan says weekly jobless numbers dropped to their lowest point since 1969.
The peak in weekly initial filings for unemployment benefits came at the height of the pandemic, when 6 million applications were submitted. By November of 2021, a recovery was underway, but weekly claims have remained above 200,000 for nearly 4 years. With companies focused on retaining employees rather than laying them off, the figure plummeted last week to 189,000.
Iran's supreme leader, in a message today, vowed to protect the country's nuclear program, which President Trump says Iran must abandon. State officials in Louisiana say they're going to postpone next month's primary in order to redraw congressional maps. That follows the Supreme Court's decision Wednesday to invalidate Louisiana's second majority black district. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 9:31.
From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, happening today, new details about a new agreement regarding Richland Farms, the embattled research and breeding facility for dogs in Dane County. This facility tells WTMJ that it has reached an agreement to sell a substantial majority of its dogs to groups that offered to buy them. We do expect to learn more details about where those dogs may end up later this morning. Meanwhile, animal rights activists are suing Dane County and the beagle breeding facility in Ridgeland Farms for how they were responded to when demonstrating.
Milwaukee leaders are considering tighter security measures for downtown entertainment districts where large crowds have led to fights and shootings in recent months. Alderman Bob Bauman.
It was very important that we protect the viability of downtown Milwaukee for the benefit of the residents who live there, the businesses that do business there, and in some cases, tens of thousands of visitors that will come downtown on a given weekend, especially when there's multiple events going on.
Bauman says some options could include security perimeters, crowd limits, and other restrictions. City agencies are being tasked to come up with ideas over the next few months. No final plan has been approved.
An update to a story we were following earlier this week. Gunfire at a gas station in Menominee Falls. This happened Tuesday afternoon at the Woodmans on Highway 145, the gas station there. Police say two people got into an argument that escalated into the exchange of gunfire near the pumps. Both suspects ran off. Investigators were able to track down both vehicles. One of them has been arrested. News about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management market update. Mixed bag, the Dow looking good at the moment. The Dow's up more than 1%, up 560. The NASDAQ is down 126, and the S&P is up 5. News about your money, financial planning at every level. It's Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. WTMJ time saver traffic. We did have an issue 94 westbound in Waukesha County. This is west of Delafield. So as you pass Highway 83 and keep heading west, you'll notice this. There's a accident that they've been trying to clear, and it looks like it's getting better. It should start to dissipate here. So they had cars on both sides of the shoulder of the roadway there on 94 westbound, again, west of 83 and beyond past C. But because of that, people were squeezing through there. It looks like they've cleared that out of there, so any delays will start to dissipate. You should be okay, even if you notice the brake lights. Meanwhile, the construction areas, you're going to see some typical delays there, but for the most part, you are good this morning.
Here is your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, chance of hit or miss showers, partly sunny with a high of 47. Tonight, showers ending, patchy frost, mostly cloudy with a low of 37. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and chilly, slight chance of showers, high of 47 near the lake, 54 inland. Saturday, mostly sunny, highs will reach 58 inland, 52 by the lake. Sunday, chance of showers, partly sunny, high of 62, and Monday, chance of more showers, but in the afternoon, partly sunny with a high of 65. In Milwaukee, it's currently 44 degrees. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 9:35.
When I first started Abbey Home 16 years ago, I only chose windows that I'd put on my own home. The same holds true today. Triple pane, lifetime warranted windows that are of the highest quality, made for our northern climate. Get them installed the right way from Abbey Home and never have to worry about windows again. Right now, get 20% off all windows. And if somebody asks you if you know a guy in the business, you can say no, but I know a girl. Go to abbyhome.com today. Or give us a call, 414-436-ABBY, 414-436-2229.
Business owners and right-hand men and women. When you make the catering call for your office gathering, make it Marty's Pizza. For pizza, pasta, subs, wings, appetizers, and more. Delivered in our heated oven delivery trucks. Our catering delivery range has expanded all the way east into Brookfield. Just log on to martyspizza.net for easy online ordering. Or give us a call at 262-646-3327. 262-646-3327.
Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
Hey, it's WTMJ Steve Scooty here for QC Kinetics. At some point, you stopped calling it pain and started calling it just how I am now. Deep down, you know that's not okay. Get back to the normal, the fun you, the one who is active and carefree. Let's start with an introduction to Dr. Caravelli and her great team at QC Kinetics and their regenerative treatments for joint pain. Right here in Mequon and Greenfield, I use the Greenfield location, 5 treatments. My elbow's never been better. If you have been part of a pain story and you cannot deal with it anymore, the science is real. The treatments are natural. Your body knows how to heal. QC Kinetics finally gives it the right tools. No operating room, no hardware, no watching summer come and go from a recliner. Get back to the version of you that doesn't map out a route based on where you can sit or avoid the stairs. You don't need to do that. The longer inflammation sits, the more damage it does. So this isn't a till I get around to it situation. Right now is the right time, and the first step doesn't cost you a thing. 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. QC Kinetics.
The weekend trend coming up, but before that, so Telly, this seems to happen all the time. The story that continues to pop up here and there across the country and elsewhere, a toddler stuck in a claw machine.
Happens way more than it should.
Right. So a claw machine is basically, it's these machines that you see like in the Dells or different places where you put in a quarter and it has a little claw and it comes down and it picks out a stuffed toy and it drops it in the bin. It's really hard oftentimes. Like there's no way that claw can pick up anything. You wonder, right. Like, wait, how does that thing ever get anything out? Well, anyway, there's a new one in Madison, viral video of a toddler, 2-year-old boy stuck in the claw machine in Madison at an ice cream shop. And he's fine. But in the video, like He's scared. He's crying. He's freaked out. So anyway, his dad at this ice cream shop in Madison posted about it, put it online, and the TikTok video's got like more than 1 million views on it.
Because that's what's most important, right. Not your kids' health. Let's make sure, and safety, let's make sure we get this on video so we can get some likes.
So, and it did, and it actually it made the news. WISC TV, News Now 3 there, channel3000.com. They have the story, and firefighters came and got him and all that. And the kid's fine, and the dad talks about how, oh my gosh, I didn't expect so many people to click on the video, and kids will be kids and all this stuff. But my favorite part of the video, and by the way, you can see it if you text the word claw to the Saturday Unlimited WDTMJ Talking text line 855-616-1620, claw, C-L-A-W. My favorite part is the worker at the ice cream shop. And she's not that old. She's got to be a Gen Zer, right? And she's just like, probably could just keep an eye on your kid.
Yeah.
And prevent
How about being a better parent? How about that?
Listen to what she says.
I had to be the bigger person and call 911 because the kid was already in there probably 5 minutes. Oh my God. Crying, scared. If he's, gets into things, keep an eye on him. How could you not hear that he was in there?
She's not wrong. I mean, the kids too. How do you not know?
And there's a such thing. I think you may have heard of this called terrible twos.
I love how she's like, I had to be the bigger person and call 911.
Right, because we want clicks and views.
So here's what's interesting is that if you look at some of the pictures too, there's one where the kid is clearly not all the way in it yet. So it's almost as if they were watching him climb in there and then realize,
they so were. They so were.
So anyway, all is well. Viral video, cute kid, 2-year-old. He's safe as they got him out of the claw machine. And there's at least one worker at that ice cream shop not so pleased.
I had to be the bigger person and call 911
I had to be the bigger person. The weekend trend is next.
Kitchen remodeling projects consistently rank as one of the most valuable improvement projects in your home. I'm Mark Olson with Redo Cabinets, here to tell you that we can transform your kitchen into your vision and save you money. Now is a great time to learn about refacing during our spring sales event. During this event at Redo Cabinets, get premium cabinet facings with plenty of options for color, hardware, style, and accessories. And get free premium countertops with every refacing project. Or payments as low as $195 a month. That's right, $195 a month. Call today and book a free, no-obligation consultation. Redo Cabinets, 414-677-6417. 414-677-6417. That's 414-677-6417. Or visit us at redocabinets.com. That's redocabinets.com. Serving homeowners for over 70 years in Illinois and Wisconsin. Don't replace, reface with Redo Cabinets.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. Looking to plan that next trip in our great state? We have got you covered. Whether it's a family vacation, maybe a romantic getaway, how about a spa weekend for the ladies or a golf weekend for the guys? Check out Experience Wisconsin, 1 o'clock Saturdays on WTMJ. On this week's show, going to be a good one, the Wisconsin Historical Society, focusing on Old World Wisconsin, and the Northwoods, Rhinelander, Lauren Sackett, Rhinelander. It is Experience Wisconsin, Saturdays at 1 on WTMJ.
I want you to imagine this scenario. Your home has to be evacuated in 5 minutes. You can only grab one item, something from your home that truly matters. Imagining all the pets and the people get out. What would that be? Did your brain go to something right away? These are what we call passion assets.
And learn how to preserve those passion assets. Wednesday, May 6th at the Red Circle Inn in Neshota. Click events and reserve your spot at annexwealth.com.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Blaine's Fest with 3 days of giveaways, daily events, and doorbuster deals May 1st through the 3rd. Join us for a weekend of deep Blaine's Fest discounts, like 141-ounce jugs of Era laundry detergent, just $7.99. 60% off select DeWalt 20-volt battery combo packs, $79. Plus, enter for your chance to win over $100,000 in prizes and giveaways. Shop, save, and celebrate during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Blaine's Fest, May 1st through the 3rd.
The best part of the week is almost here.
The weekend.
Weekend?
This weekend.
This is the Weekend Trend with Sandy Max.
Weekend.
The Weekend Trend is presented by 3 Pillars Senior Living Communities.
Let's go.
You can hear her on What's on Tap. It's Sandy Max, WTMJ's very own, and here she joins us on Wisconsin's Morning News for the Weekend Trend. Hello, Sandy.
Hello. What are you doing this weekend?
Am I right?
Yes. You know that warms this girl's heart.
Yes, you are a Kentucky girl, right? You
I
are
grew
a
up in Louisville.
Yes.
A Louisvillian, yeah.
Mhm. Oh,
So
wow.
I get homesick this week because it's a full week of celebration in Louisville. You've got a parade. You used to have a steamboat race. You used to kick off with a hot air balloon race.
Yep.
All sorts of
Wow.
racing and festivities around the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. And you can celebrate here. There are a couple different derby parties, and one that I've got my eye on is Saturday, of course, first Saturday in May, St. Kate the Arts Hotel. It's free. They open up that whole hotel lobby. They're going to have a big projection screen, but they're celebrating all day long, and they have the costumes for best hat,
nice.
best dressed.
Yep.
They're serving up the traditional classic mint julep. Woodford Reserve, using that one. And for every mint julep that you sip, you get a raffle ticket. You could win more prizes. And they're having contests for those best dressed fashion statements.
You got to be careful with those things. You can quickly forget your name with those things.
They're a sip and drink. You know, that is, there's a reason they serve them in the South. Those were not meant to be pounded. A little bourbon, a little crushed ice and sugar, and a mint sprig.
Yep.
That's what you're talking about.
Now, Sandy, before you continue, being from Louisville, do you get a kick out of everyone trying to mimic what happens at the Kentucky Derby?
How do you mean mimic? Like just
Well,
celebrating
I mean,
and
they
jumping
just
on?
trying to make it seem like, this like you're there. And
I love it.
Oh, you
because
love
again,
it.
I'm
Okay.
homesick, but don't everybody loves like a theme party? It's
Yeah,
another
for
reason to
sure.
celebrate. Put out
Yes.
the roses because it's the run for the roses. So
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like that's the way to roll. And pick your favorite. I hear so far
Mm-hmm.
that if you like the band Styx, you can remember that Renegade is the favorite right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Renegade is the horse that you should remember at the moment.
But the
Although
field
you
is
won't
always
wanna-
like 22 horses
Right.
wide, and that's also part of the recreation. So Kentucky Derby Day, I'm glad that that's something you're embracing,
Oh, yeah,
Eric. Also, though, Free Comic Book Day is on Saturday, and there are several spots celebrating. Collector's Edge is well known in Bayview. They also have a location 78th and Burleigh. You show up to Collector's Edge, you will get 2 free comics per person.
Right.
And I like that they said, don't tell the boss, but if you wear comic book themed apparel, you might get more than 2 comics. So that's your tip there. But Cowabunga Comics in Economawalk, you get 1 free comic book, but they're doing a food drive. You bring a non-perishable food donation for the Waukesha Food Pantry. You get 1 additional free comic for every item you donate.
that's
You
not
show
bad.
up with 24 cans of beans, you get 2
Absolutely.
more comic books.
Bring
So
the kiddos. You're the most popular parent there. You're like,
that
how
is
great are you?
very
huh?
true. And if you are doing spring cleaning, but you're like, you know what, I've seen enough of my home. Let's go see some fancy homes. It's the historic Milwaukee Spaces and Traces tour of homes on the Upper East Side. 9 beautiful homes that were each selected specifically for their architectural significance, maybe the unique story that they have and the craftsmanship. So think about everything from like a Mediterranean villa to I like the English, the old Tudor revival
a
homes.
Frank Lloyd Wright-ish
Yeah,
type.
yeah. And you can look at the original woodwork, stained glass, the grand staircases.
Awesome.
I don't think they make you polish any woodwork or anything. They don't put you to work. You just get to enjoy all of this. But you've also got on-stage experiences to enjoy. The Milwaukee Ballet is very excited to bring back Alice in Wonderland. This is the first of 2 weekends. They've been waiting to stage this again for about 10 years. So it is back. Big cast with all those favorite characters, the Mad Hatter, the Queen of Hearts, of course, Alice herself. Big high energy storytelling. That will be fun at the Marcus Performing Arts Center this weekend and next weekend. And if you like your Elvis-ness like I do, All Shook Up is an Elvis-inspired musical. You'll hear a bunch of different Elvis songs in All Shook Up now through May 10th. That's at the Sunset Playhouse in Elm Grove. And I'm really excited about George and Gracie, A Love Story. This is a world premiere play at the Milwaukee Rep Stackner Cabaret. Opens this weekend. Tammy Workentine and James Pickering are real-life married couples. They're really
I was gonna
seasoned
say, yeah,
actors.
yeah.
You've seen them. You've seen them in A
Iconic
Christmas
here.
Carol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tammy Workentine has written this play about George Burns and Gracie Allen, real-life married couple who were super influential all the way from vaudeville days through radio, through television, and it tells their love story. And I'm just really excited about this. And if you want to kick, like, these are those old jokes like, hey, George, who in the Army wears the biggest hat? He's like, Gracie, I don't think you should. Like, who? The one with the biggest head. Like, but good, clean, fun, clever, smart jokes that before comedy got really shocking and blue, this is, but yet still laugh out loud funny. So George and Gracie opens this weekend at the Milwaukee Reps Stackner Cabaret, a love story and a world premiere.
Talk music.
Yes.
What music we got this week?
The Milwaukee Community Orchestra Spring Concert, which is all community players. I love this. They have a performance on Sunday at the South Milwaukee Performing Arts Center, Sunday afternoon at 3:00. And you know who you will hear on oboe in the Milwaukee Community Orchestra?
Oh, one of ours, right? Getzo.
Jessica Getzo plays oboe in the Milwaukee Community Orchestra, and I look forward to this every year. They have different seasonal shows, and you'll hear classical music like Rachmaninoff, but they also play medleys from Fiddler on the Roof and Jurassic Park. So, an oboe
fun music to listen to.
Yeah, an oboe is a tricky instrument to play. It's a double reeded woodwind, so you have to have great proficiency with your embouchure.
Embouchure, great word.
And also, Talking Heads, Jerry Harrison was in Talking Heads. David Byrne, though, has just skyrocketed on his own with a Broadway show. David Byrne's in town on Sunday at Miller High Life Theater. It's an evening with David Byrne.
Had an opportunity to go to that show.
Yeah.
I turned it down, unfortunately, because it'd just be too late of a night for me. I have to admit, though, like I mean this affectionately, David Byrne is a weirdo in the best possible way. And like just the music that they'll do, that'll be a great show.
I would say, you say it'd be a unique musical experience.
Yes.
He's a true artist and a real gentleman. Like he's a nice person too. Like he creates art that he believes in, not to be weird. Because some people create art to be weird. And then also,
great.
Exactly. Like, hey, look at me. But I got to tell you, springtime, first weekend of May, beer festivals. It is the official opening weekend of Estabrook Beer Garden. They have a keg tapping tonight, but tonight, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, beer, live music, and Stein holding contests.
Oh.
Get your muscles going.
Enjoy the horses on Saturday, Sandy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandy Max from What's on Tap, the weekend trend. If this weekend's lineup sounds fun to you, you'll want to check out our friends at Three Pillars Senior Living Communities, where top-notch events and activities are at the heart of everyday life. On their beautiful Lake Country campus, visit threepillars.org today.
I'm WTMJ's Sandy Max. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Dave.
The campus is beautiful. For me, nature is my church, and I love being outside. We live by the Bark River, and it's calming. It just calms my soul. I just love it. A lot of the people, I'm talking about 100-year-old people, they credit Three Pillars with living longer.
Schedule a tour today at threepillars.org.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
It's time. It's time your ad dollar reached far more than you thought possible. And it's time your ad message made a dramatic impact on your bottom line. The results we've brought our small business clients are significant, and there's no reason we can't bring you the same success, no matter what your ad budget is. So go to anderson-smith.com, hit the Contact Us button, email me, and I will call you in short order, because it is time. Anderson-Smith.com. We help small business advertisers get better results. If you're buying and creating advertising for your small business, but you're not sure how to make it work, then I want you to know we can make radio or TV advertising work for you. Both are very powerful media, and both can be affordable. And we have a laundry list of notable long-term clients who will vouch for us. So if you have an interest in increasing the chances of your small business's advertising success, go to anderson-smith.com, hit the Contact Us button, send me a quick email, and I'll call you in short order. That's anderson-smith.com. We help small business advertisers get better results.
Amazon Business. With smart business buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
Point taken with Scafidi and Bride.
There's an example where actually closed session things are important and critical, but this is not that. This is a budget process. It's the people's money.
I want us all to get back to better governing and less partisan BS tactics. Even if Democrats get the trifecta going into next year, instead of a pendulum swing all the way to the left, they have some kind of like actual compromise, actual good governance. Someone has to end up having to be the bigger person if we ever want to get there.
Weekdays from 10 to noon on WTMJ. WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
9:54. Eric and Telly in for Vince Vetrano. Highest price we saw on the text line for gas was around $4.70-ish, $4.75-ish. And the lowest we heard was maybe even a $3.60 to $3.90. I think the $3.60 was from yesterday. But thanks to everyone who had been texting them in there, giving us some heads up on some of these gas prices. We'll continue to monitor that to just see how bad this is going to get. Right now, national average is at $4.31. We're a couple of dimes shorter than that, but still super expensive, and that number could continue to go up. So we'll keep an eye on gas prices, but no doubt that's going to be a story for a bit. You see this one? Excuse me. So remember Jay Rothman? He's the former UW Systems president. He was just recently fired by the Board of Regents, and he claimed that he didn't know why and all of that. He wrote an op-ed for the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, and he basically casts the UW Board of Regents as dysfunctional, and he calls for changes like better educated board members and fewer of them. Just some of the things that he said. And this is interesting because you know what? Even whether you agree with Rothman in the way he led and what they were doing at UW is one thing, but I think you can understand where he's coming from when it comes to just being able to make decisions and to lead in general. Listen to this. To be functional, the board must provide clear direction to the leadership of UW administration, which in turn requires strong and decisive board leadership. Each of the 18 regents cannot be providing directives to system leadership about what they individually would like to see accomplished. Board leadership must build a consensus among the regents and only then provide direction to the system leadership. His point being, he's like, I can't hear 18 different things from 18 different pet projects and then be expected to be able to act and execute every one of those things.
Yeah, the only thing about this is the fact that he may have great perspective being in that role as long as he was in that role. But the unfortunate thing is, you're an ex-employee now, so anytime you're critical of your previous employer, you're going to seem like a former disgruntled employee as opposed to someone who really does have true perspective on what's going on.
But don't we all know someone like this? Whether I'm not even referring to the regents, but listen to this. Regents must invest the time to learn the complexities of higher education, which is impossible to master by merely attending periodic board meetings and perusing pre-meeting materials. We all know that person. Whether and then even more. Any assertion that service on the board for several years alone positions a regent to be fully informed in making major decisions is simply misplaced.
Yeah.
Again, that goes across all. I'm getting so emotional talking about it. No, anyone who's ever been on any kind of board or task force knows exactly what he's talking about.
Oh, absolutely.
So we'll see. Obviously, they're still looking for a UW Systems president. Those are the words of Jay Rothman in an op-ed in the paper this morning. 9:57, back at it tomorrow. Thank you, Telly.
Thank you.
I had to be the bigger person and call 911 because the kid was already in there probably like 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Crying, scared. If you know he's, gets into things, keep an eye on him. Like, how could you not hear that he was in there?
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Generac Power.